believe we're live.
I think we are, yeah.
I believe we're live. Testing 1, 2, 3. Do 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 do.
And that's absolutely beautiful, Adam.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Voice of a fucking angel. Schwip's comment straight away.
you. Oh, yep,
What's
yep.
our Romulus spoiler policy
So
today?
we were. That's the question, isn't it? We were just talking about that. We were thinking, we're not going to get too into spoilers, but if it comes up in the chat, like, don't be mad at us. Like, so spoilers could happen. They won't actively be talked about, I
You know what?
guess.
Hang on. Let's please be mindful of spoilers
Okay.
being posted in the chat.
Yeah, so we'll
Not
avoid spoilers.
and
And Casper and Script, welcome to both of you. Next week, Casper. We'll do a spoiler one next week.
Oh, I mean, we can talk about it in less specific terms, I suppose. I think that would be acceptable.
1, 2, 3. Speak again, Aaron.
Hello. How art thou? Predator 24 says, is Alien Romulus on DVD? I'm sure it probably is in some territories. You might need to pop to a local market to grab it, though. I mean, that's a fair point, Schwip. Schwip says, I came to a stream by a podcast specifically about AVP where they play a game using characters from the film and was surprised when the film was discussed. We will talk about the film, don't get me wrong. We'll just try not be super specific.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
They're talking about the Predator cameo then.
Oh, there's Caleb.
Yeah, sorry, we can't mention the Predator scream as he jumps down the hive.
Yeah, that was the best part when he killed the queen. You didn't even expect a queen in the movie, and then he goes and kills it. It's so good.
I was super surprised at Ripley showing up in it as well. Amanda Ripley, that is.
Yeah, that was a good part.
Hello, Kaelin, by the way.
Hello.
Schwip says, do you guys have a release schedule planned for your episode on the film? We're going to be recording it tomorrow. I'll send it straight off to the first pass editor tomorrow. I will try and beast through my final pass and hopefully have it out in a week or two. I don't want to do this as a dirty one like we've been doing the trailer breakdowns and trailer reviews and stuff. I'd rather it come out sounding nice. But we are recording it tomorrow. So if you're a Patreon, the link's already gone up for the live recording.
Okay, I guess I better get this party started. I don't know why my mic is so... I mean,
this party started.
Could be more sensitive. Do I just need to put it closer to my mouth, maybe? Rob Harvey, welcome. Yeah, that helps, I guess. That gets those levels up there.
Greg's joined us as well.
Hello, what you playing, guys?
Dead by Daylight.
Ooh, I'll be on then comment duty since I don't have that game.
Okay.
Schwip says, I just finished your episode on AVP, Aaron. How have you not read Rift War yet? Because the 20 pages I read of it were absolute fucking dog trash. That's how I've not finished reading Rift War yet.
That's not giving it a fair shot, though. I mean, come on.
I know. I will read it. I will read it. I'm just in no rush to. I'm loading up as well. Christopherson says, saw Alien Romulus,
Yeah.
loved it, 8 out of 10, and those aliens were wonderfully done. Very much agreed. I'm absolutely genuinely fucking excited and ecstatic at the minute. I've just really enjoyed Romulus that much.
I had such a nice experience with it as well.
It was good. It was a good film.
I don't think I've been this genuinely excited after an Alien film.
Whoa. Okay.
The
So
end.
I see the issue now. My input is set to 45. That's no good. Let me boost that.
44 and 45.
Boosting.
The
Okay, that's
professionalism
70.
of us on show, as always.
Do we sound okay? We should sound about even now if I'm talking normally. Speak, gentlemen.
You got boost
Hello.
power.
You sound okay on the stream for me now.
Schwip, I did not think it felt like a Perry novel at all. It was a lot of the things that pull me out of books are when like the predators are using human terminology. There was also an early thing where they had no idea about the alien DNA reflex and were completely surprised by it. And this is all within like the first 20, 30 pages. And I was just like ready to throw it at the wall already.
I guess we should do a private match, huh?
We don't need to. There's only 3 of us.
Well, if you want the alien.
I suppose. Do we know... Greg, did you say you don't have this one?
Yeah, I did. I don't have this. Let me see. No, until it downloads and everything, I probably won't.
Well, I could at least play a card to put us on Nostromo map. So let's just play a couple regular ones so we can at least get XP.
Okay, I'm just loading. Giovanni Borges, hi, welcome to the stream. Christopherson says, if Fede and Dan truly know how to make the AVP movie right, we can see them taking place on a planet or somewhere involving newly updated colonial marines. So that comes after Fede had made some comments about him and Dan working together on an AVP. How would you feel about that?
I would be down. I mean, he does name drop the Colonial Marines in the movie, so that was a nice little moment. Yeah.
I don't think they should do it the way that he suggested it, though.
Oh,
Where one
the
of them
from
directs one
dusk
bit.
till dawn.
Yeah. Well, he was kind of joking, you know. Well, no, he was. I think it was more. Yeah, like he was. It was a straight up like, oh, hey, you know, maybe I could do it. Yeah, like they did. Like I'll direct half of it, and Dan directs half of it. Like, it didn't seem like it was as serious as some
No,
places are
no.
making out.
Well, they
No,
could
not at
they
all.
could
Yeah, it was
still
just a bar
co-direct.
joke.
If they did that, I'd want them to do like the whole film. You know, not,
Well, yeah.
not like a straight split.
I agree.
Like
I
he
agree.
was
But I
kind of,
mean,
you know, joking about.
they could co-direct. Like, that's a thing. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Xander, welcome.
Yes, Ender, welcome.
I need-
Script says, "Oh, like when people use the ovomorph term just to counter the alien, that always pulls me out." Yeah, I know you love that term as well, Aaron.
Well, it's not so much the term, so much as need to buy Irene myself here.
When
How do I
did
spend this money?
ovomorph was around longer than we thought it was, right? Because we thought it started with Covenant.
Overmorph first appeared, as far as I remember, or have discovered, in AVP2.
That's
as
right.
in Monolith AVP2. Yeah, they have it on some.
Okay,
They have it on some signage in the thing.
so I like it now then.
But it seemed to come
Actually,
out
it
of
must be cool.
nowhere. It seemed to have just come out of nowhere and get used again in the fan lexicon. And I think it was Colonial Marines. I can't remember. How do I fucking buy shit in this? Am I buying Auroric cells?
Yes, you gotta buy
Yeah,
RX cells. That's the in-game currency.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
you can buy it. Are you playing on PC?
Yeah.
Because you could just go to the in-games. Is there not like a Steam store that you can?
Oh, can
buy
I do
them?
it through Steam? Okay.
She
So
might
it's
be
gonna be
available.
a bunch of rains running around.
Might
So
be, it might not be someone that's available separately. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, you would have to get the Auric cells because it's a skin for Ripley, isn't it?
yeah.
It's like fucking. How much is it? It's 9.
Too much.
Sizzy
Well,
Bubbles,
it's about a tenner.
welcome to the stream. Says no Andy, leaves. Yeah, that's too bad.
Mm.
I should have an Andy skin.
Squid asks, is it just the one rain skin? Well, for now that we know of, but it was data mined that there could possibly be another alien skin in the works, but we'll see about that.
Also, Ripley's spacesuit as well is coming.
Yeah,
Yes.
but neither of them are Romulus related. I don't think we're going to get any more Romulus stuff. I think if they were going to do it, they'd have done it now.
Yeah.
Squip says,
Squid asks,
"Oh,
yeah.
you do it."
What do you call a bunch of survivors with rain skins in a store?
It's like an Andy joke there.
I loved his jokes. I loved Andy.
He was awesome.
I love the cast of characters.
Also, everyone, Sizzy Bubbles did some artwork for our social media to celebrate the release of Alien Romulus, so be sure to check that out if you haven't. We were quite pleased with it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Damn, you did a fantastic job. It really looks nice. It really looks nice.
Okay, I think I can afford Rain now.
Okay, I invited you.
Redeem. Oh wait, no. How the fuck do I buy it? I've got the.
You go to the store, and then
unlock set. Okay.
Yeah.
Sizzy Bubbles
However
asks, are
much
you
it
guys
is,
gonna be?
4,400.
I'm joining now. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll talk spoiler policy again here, since some more people have shown up. We are not gonna actively go into spoilers today. We can't guarantee that they don't come up, just because you never know what people will comment. So, if you haven't seen the movie yet and you'd like to avoid it, just use caution. We will try our best to avoid any major spoilers for the movie this week around. Next week when we're streaming, though, we'll get really into spoilers.
Yeah, so we probably ask that people here in the comments also try to refrain from spoilers to not spoil for anybody else.
Mike's Monsters has been vibing with the skeletons lately.
Hopefully feeling better soon.
As in, he's not feeling well.
Yeah, he's
got the vid.
Yeah. The Ronies, they're still going around.
I've
Got
read
the
it already,
lurgy,
by the way.
fortunately.
Mike, I know you liked the
Audio
cast,
seems quiet.
Particularly like them.
Always quiet.
Mike, is it for any one of us in particular, or just everybody?
Or maybe we just need to turn it up.
Or the game? Let's see.
No.
Wait. Specific mics. Well, who is it? Is it me?
Crusty Viper, welcome.
Silent Mike is coming from inside the room. Silent Mike is coming from inside the room.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Now it's completely silent.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Well, you say that like that's a bad thing, though, Mike.
Yeah, I think that's
being
for
the
us.
quietest.
Well,
Okay, I should be able to adjust
It's
you
Americans
guys
being the loudest, isn't it?
on Discord a bit. Yeah, Keelam's already pretty high there. Let's see.
Could let me see about.
No, I
boost me.
already boosted you on Discord just individually. Let me turn up the desktop a little bit.
So that's
Casper says
nothing
it's
where I
fine
can
on there, and I think this
boost
is
myself.
It's just Mike needing to turn the volume up. Oh shit! I need to start my Nostromo. No, it's not called a Nostromo
Well,
anymore.
Casper says it's fine on their end. Okay.
Mike, wake up! Turn your volume up.
Caustic Viper asked, did the Romulus stuff drop on DVD? Yes, it is just Rain skin for Ripley.
Yeah.
That is the Romulus collection, so don't get your hopes up too much.
They
Crawling
collected
chaos.
Rain's base and Rain's trousers and Rain's top for the Romulus collection.
You are...
Crawling Chaos says something in the water.
He's in the water.
There's something in your fucking water.
before also
Something-
going on to say I love this movie. Yeah, I really fucking enjoyed Romulus. I can't get over how excited I am.
Bjorn had some memorable lines there.
I like how much he genuinely works as the fucking dickhead.
Yeah, and he was a realistic dickhead in the sense not evil, just had his issues. Just
He plays the part so well. Like I was really happy to see him fucking die.
Oh my god.
Sabaruko says, seen it twice already.
Gotta get used to this on a keyboard.
Oh, you know what? I was surprised when somebody knocked the alien walked by me then. I was like, what the fuck's this?
But yeah, we're not on the Nostromo map.
Yeah, I
Thought
forgot
that
to
was-
play the offering. Oh, it's Ghostface.
There's something in the fucking water.
Something in the ghostly face.
just imagine that this map is for one of the alternative threes.
Yeah. Or we're on that colony from not Icarus. What was that other one?
The spinners.
Audio's a little too low.
He's got
What was-
the
what was the
generators
second comment?
explode,
I think they were the spinners, but I don't remember the series, the name of the comics.
That's
Yeah.
gonna fucking bug me
Nice.
now. Greg, look it up. Let me know.
Squip already looked it up. Revival.
Revival, thank you. Greg, you're gonna have to be on chat reading duty.
I will be. The Crawling Chaos says, I love when the synth Arnold showed up with a cigar and all.
yeah. It's Dutch with the robo arm from AVP. AVP video game.
Hey, remember the AVP that Roland Emmerich was working on? Apparently that game was based on some ideas from it.
Really?
The Robo Dutch one.
Interesting.
Roland Emmerich was working on an AVP now?
Do you not know this?
No, I don't think I've ever heard about that.
Yeah.
When was
if you
that
go,
one?
If you go look at my article on oh shit. If you go look at my article on the development of AVP, it's mentioned in there because I think he was one of the first
Almost
ones
done.
to bring up the actual concept of the Pred Alien.
Ah.
They were going to call it a pre
Pralien.
alien. Pralien, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Now you can heal me. Maybe we run. Maybe we should run.
Yeah, this is why I should have healed you first. But no, you didn't want to heal, so there you go. Woo!
Squip asks, did anybody
trap
get
that,
did anybody
thing,
get the
so try and use
AMC
that.
Alien drink they released with the film?
Did you go see it at AMC, Adam? Was that one of the
Oh,
chains you went to?
the drink? I didn't. We have only 2 AMCs in Utah. Unfortunately, none of ours have bars. So I could not get that. I have some friends in LA. And one may try to get it for me if they have time.
I really want some of those glasses from Draft House.
What
we
did
got us one of
everybody
them
get
toxic
from
killers.
From the special memorabilia during your first night? So did you get any popcorn buckets or anything interesting?
I've gotten all the popcorn buckets from Regal, Cinemark, and AMC.
Nice.
Plus
Is this
some for
guy
me,
even
right?
trying?
Plus some for me.
Yes,
Right?
I got some for you.
I hope so.
Good on
Haven't
you.
I paid you for them already?
Yes. They just, well, one was a gift, but they just need to be packed up and shipped.
Hey, was that the money you gave me, Ridgetop, and you were like, don't ask where this comes from?
Don't
I
talk about
I
that.
got the I got the Odeon bucket over here in the UK. I think that's the only chain that's actually done anything.
Yeah, that's the same as the AMC one. Well, he's really dedicated to chasing me for some reason, so
Yeah.
get the gens done.
It's fine. I'm getting one of the other the last generator.
Did any of you guys get a poster on your first viewing?
Oh yes. Cineworld did the Mike Flanagan poster. I got one of those.
I stopped at Cinemark and bought tickets to see it again next week in D-Box just so I could get the posters. Because the Cinemark ones, those were the ones I was after anyway.
Which one was that?
That was the one that has like the red alien looming overhead. Who's that artist? The guy that has the Blade Runner unicorn in his profile picture.
Is it the UK guy? Oh, Matt Ferguson.
Yep. That's it. That was probably my favorite poster for the movie.
Yeah, I like that one. I also really like the.
Jeez, after me again.
I did think that was a good one, but the only thing that took the edge off that slightly was how similar it looked to the Fireteam Elite cover.
Yes.
I kind of liked that aspect.
I know, I like it, but it is obviously looks very similar.
Just get out
To be
of here.
fair, my favourite poster's actually been that first teaser poster.
Mine as well, and that's the only thing that I got at my cinema chain. That's the only memorabilia they had. So at least I have the poster of that first one with Alien Wu's Navarro character with the face center. It's big and red, and it looks nice. So this is my first poster from a showing that I had. So at least that.
I'm hoping to get some to give away from Fox from Studios Disney, just to do a giveaway.
Well, technically, I got 2 of those, so maybe one. The logistics here,
Caustic Viper
Adam.
says Ghostface
And
really doesn't want Adam to go. It must be personal for him. How do I drop my item?
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, I'll give him a.
Ghostface has given us the like the ambience, like the kind of red alert light going around right now.
Disco.
Hey, minute to the destruction of realm.
Yeah, Casper does a very fair point about that. I still hate the quote, but they set it up. They do set it up.
I feel like they even barely set it up though. It was like so long since that, and it was definitely my least favorite part of the movie.
Oh yeah, same.
For sure.
It could have done without it.
Oh yeah, just like do the first part okay, fine, but then they went all the way, and I was like, no.
yes. if they'd have left it at Get Away From Her, it would have been acceptable. But I will always hate films reusing dialogue. I just loathe it. It pulls me out so bad. Fortunately, I think the other stuff is kind of works. Apart from probably the busy little creatures, that doesn't really work so well.
I'm gonna throw us in a rotation real quick, and I will BRB.
Mike says that quote wasn't in the early cut of the film. Mike, with some of the other reused dialogue in the early cut you saw.
It sucks that they added that. Then it's like you're supposed to make things better with extra cuts, not worse.
Who thought, something was needed in a situation like that? Let's bring people out with such a good thing.
Casper says what?
Yeah.
Casper says, what did you think about the blue error? And no answer is just a member berry. I don't think it needed an answer. You didn't get an answer in Alien. It was something we very nearly got again in Alien 3. It was in a scripted scene where they had a hive, and they specifically called out the inclusion of that, but gave no answers. I don't think it needs an answer. Yes, it is. It's a reference, but it's a world. Not a world building. It's a continuity kind of
visual
reference.
reference.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't like it just because I always assumed that was part of the ship, not part of the hive.
Yeah.
because
But
it
that
seemed
has
like that was a cargo
Yes.
area kind of thing, because
But
we
that's
never saw it in
always-
Aliens.
But that's also been a question for a long
Yeah.
time. Is it a biological function of the aliens, or is it something on the ship? Now, with Romulans in context, it has to be something to do with the alien.
Yeah, but
Which
Aliens
just
didn't have it, and the other movies also didn't have
Yeah,
it.
that's
There was no
the
question
other thing.
of
It's
David
like none
answering.
of the other movies that have had hives have had it. So I
Okay,
was like,
back.
eh.
Yeah, no, I
mean,
see the
yeah,
point.
it's
but
not horrible, but it so wasn't needed. It's more
Yeah,
bad
kind
than
of.
good. But
Yeah, it was one thing that took me out of it again for sure.
Oh, it didn't take me out of it. 'Cause
So I just saw it and was like, that doesn't really make sense with what we've seen in the other movies. It feels like they're just doing it to be a reference. You know?
But remember, each of the movies has been very different apart from the AVPs, really. We saw one other hive in Resurrection, and that was its own thing. Yes, we saw the hive in Aliens, and we didn't see it there. But remember, we also didn't see it in every part of the hive in Romulus. There's two hived up corridors. It's in one of them, not in the other.
Yeah.
true.
So it turns out it was just blue lights under the ladders on the space station.
Technically, it could still be a tech thing, because technically there is no definitive thing to say that it's connected to that. I mean,
it's
yeah,
still
we
open
know
to
we can find, but
interpretation.
yeah, that's the good part. So for people who don't like it, we can say that.
91
Sizzy.
lifetime 23. Let's keep it civil in here, okay?
Well, actually, just fucking get rid of him. Sizzy, if you're in the chat, just get rid of him. That
the less callbacks cut. But no, like that was. I think maybe those two were the only ones that I really wasn't a fan of. Like I know how some of the other references are going to be divisive, but I didn't mind some of them. You know, I was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. I could tell at the time some people were going to be like, oh, they're not going to like that, but I was like, nah, it kind of works for me. I've never been completely against references and callbacks. It's just how they're done.
Yeah, that quote was the only one that I genuinely really hated, and even then, it's like has since been pointed out they do attempt to lead into. Oh shit.
We got a pig monster.
It was done in Andy's character with his dad jokes in that sense. So yeah, I know what they were going for, but still.
Yeah.
Who said? I just want to talk to the person who said, "Yeah, that was needed," in there. But it did bring a few chuckles at my cinema, so I thought that was hilarious. That some people were like, "Okay, not expecting that." So there were a few chuckles.
Who is it? Who's the killer, by the way?
Some pig dude.
Pig monster, Huntress.
Oh, Huntress. Okay.
Yeah.
The chasing mate. Ah!
Yeah.
Somebody else had asked what we thought about the surprise monster. Surprise ending.
I thought we weren't getting into spoilers.
Yeah, we're not going to go into spoilers. Hey, what about?
Yeah, what about the blue? So yeah, we might have steered off a bit. So we will.
Okay. Well, what did we think about the fourth act, the ending?
Fourth act?
Well, that's really what they are, aren't they?
I liked it. I was cool with it.
I really fucking liked it. That thing has been living in my brain since I saw the film. It genuinely fucking creeps me the shit out. I just wish they'd have been a lot slower in those scenes. You know, like after its intro frame is fucking terrifying, but I wish they'd have been slow on it and showed it crawling out and held on the fucking freak. Metal Thrashing Matt says, when's the review coming out? We're recording it tomorrow. I'll send it straight off to the first pass editor, and then I'll try and work on my final pass as fast as I can. Hopefully within a week or two.
But you can listen to it live if you're with our Patreon.
Oh,
Yes, I've already posted the link on Patreon.
So that is a
That blew
perk.
up.
That is a perk
did
of the
that?
killer Hicks, where like the last part of the generator repair is difficult, and you have to hit a bunch of skill checks in a row.
So what is that fucked or?
Just for a
temporarily.
little bit. It's blocked for like 30 seconds. Oh,
and
okay,
it
now
made
it's
a
back.
noise so the killer knows where that gen is.
And the killer's coming. Ooh, I'll try and lead him away. Woo-hoo-hoo.
He's attacking the generator. Oh, he's pissed off now.
Oh, he's after me. If you want to try and finish that
Minotaur
gen.
guy again.
Yeah, I'll try.
Tyler says there was a big gasp in the theater when the thing first was fully shown.
Yeah. I had people next to me sitting forward when that thing was introduced.
I need to see it again because my screening was way too dark. Like even before the movie started, I was like, these ads seem kind of grayed out, and then there was like stuff that I've since seen like bootleg thumbnails of on YouTube, like that ending bit, and I was seeing details that I never saw on the big screen. I was like, yeah, this is definitely too dark.
True.
I've heard from multiple people that their screenings were too dark, and I don't know why and how that's happening.
What the fuck?
I watched it on IMAX twice, and everything was
Oh,
perfectly
it
lit.
was-
I could see everything.
Oh,
so...
does he have the one-shot hatchets?
It was so good on IMAX.
Oh yeah.
I've already seen it 3 times. I already want to go back and see it again. I cannot get over just how thrilled I am.
Drew Griffin says, whoa, there's an actual Alien version of DVD. So the Alien chapter was released last fall with Ripley and the
Yeah.
Xenomorph and this awesome Nostromo map. And just barely for the release of Romulus, they came out with this rain skin for Ripley. Unfortunately, no Romulus Scorchy Xeno, so I will have to maintain hope for that, as much as Caleb likes to dash it.
Ain't gonna happen.
We have Drew Griffin saying we hadn't had the Alien Queen since
It's a facehugger here, though.
2004. Dear Christ.
Where's the facehugger?
Someone needs to come get me, please.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm
He's
coming.
near me, chasing me at the minute.
I'm coming for you.
What are your opinions, guys? When will we be seeing the Queen again?
You didn't. You're not coming and getting me.
I know. I was just stopping the regression on that real
Well,
quick.
now I'm gone into second phase.
I wouldn't have
because
been
of that.
able to get there already. By then. He after me.
I think he's after you now.
Shit, yeah.
That's why someone else needs to come get me, please.
I
Damn.
don't
Well,
really know if I want to see
the end
the
of this.
Queen necessarily going forwards. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Queen, I always have.
What is this
Well,
anti-Queen
we're all
slander?
dead. Thanks, Randomer.
I love it when you get mad in games, Caleb. It's my favorite.
It's just like, why? Just why?
Caustic Viper says, man's dying on the hook, and Adam is over here like, where's my hug?
Yeah. Hey, there's a face hugger here.
Ah! Stop following me, Mr. Pigman.
You're like one of the only people left now.
Yeah, I intentionally died, so Aaron could
Me
live.
me and Adam are dead.
We'll just do a private match after this, so we can have
No,
the Xeno in here. I'll spectate, see how Aaron's doing. How do I change characters? Let's see. Oh, up here. There's Hicks. Sneaking around. Squip asks, do we know if that Alien Romulus comic coming out is a prequel?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is a prequel to
Yes.
the part after the intro. It is a sequel to the intro.
It's a yeah. It's a prequel to 90% of the movie.
Oh, and I got some interesting information by watching one of Fede's interviews after the stream. I'll have to mention it to you guys.
I'm
They
actually quite looking
hinted some
forward
things
to
up there.
I do kind of wish we'd get to see like predecessors to the ape suits in the film or something though. You know, like
I did. I mean that even though it wasn't, they weren't ape suits. That was one of the things I loved about the intro. Like
yeah.
the
Nice.
intro was one of my favorite parts of the whole film because
Oh,
of
it
that
was
scene. I was
it
like,
was
man,
such a
that's
good
cool.
scene. I found it to be very Jurassic Park and very
Yeah.
2000-esque in the
Oh,
sound
yeah.
design.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the old use of the alien screech in a different way at the beginning.
There were definitely a lot of alien sound effects used in just
Oh, yeah.
every possible scenario. It was a bit
Right.
much at times.
I didn't mind the sound effect stuff. Like I'm certain you hear the Queen's roar in the elevator shaft.
Oh yeah.
Wait, in which elevator?
Yeah, I mean,
shaft?
I know that. Yeah, like some people were not happy with the logic of the opening, and it's like, yeah, okay, but whatever. It was still a cool,
Yeah.
really cool scene.
I think once you get past the wreckage, I mean, it was 20 years. They were looking for the thing for 20 years.
Well,
That's a long
I
time.
mean, yeah. Although
You know, it's not...
we don't know how long they were doing stuff on the station at the same time as well. 'Cause they obviously must have had to been experimenting for a certain amount of time.
Well, they said they found it 170 days before the film began.
Yep.
Did they?
So
Was it
so they were
170
looking
days?
for it for 20
Okay.
years. Oh, piss off.
Where did they say that? I must have missed that bit.
Rook
They
says
did.
it.
Oh, okay.
So much for the not talking spoilers, everybody. Just FYI. Let's see. The Crawling Chaos says, "Did anyone spot Whaling Utoni Bioweapons Division sign?" I did not see that. Where was that?
I didn't. No, I think they're asking. I don't. There was somebody talking about it on the boards earlier. They were looking for it. I caught another Cold Forge reference in my viewing today. One of
Was it a
the
character going, man, this is a cold forge in here? And then winking at the camera.
one of the screens has Manomalanox Hydra on it.
Oh, so it does. Okay.
I wouldn't have known that even if you'd have told me.
I've heard somebody else has noticed that, so yeah, nice. Just the funny thing with the Cold Forge references is that it retroactively then makes Blue Marsalis a plagiarist when she was talking about inventing
Stealing the
all this.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to back out of that match, Aaron, because we're just gonna do a private
Okay,
match.
I'm loading in. Hang on. Quick game. Oh no, I didn't mean to quick game. Sorry, I'm just reloading. I'm sure Fede has said that they are working on extending scenes for the home release, though. I'm sure I've seen him say that.
Where?
I hope
On some of the interviews.
Because on another interview, I've seen exactly what Metal Thrashing Matt said. That he said that all of that he has never done director's cuts. He considers every film to be a director's cut. Literally, an interview I've just watched today. So I really, really hope that he was just thinking that that's his preferred version, but that he's gonna make something else if needed. I really hope.
Well, he could just be talking about deleted scenes,
Yeah.
that you're able to, like, because
Yeah,
Prometheus and
yeah,
Covenant
maybe.
had a bunch of deleted scenes that you could just watch, and there was never an extended cut or anything.
But no extra cut, yeah.
Crusty Viper says the only Cold Forge reference I heard was plagiarious. Yeah, so there's
Is that where that
plagiarious
came from
reference,
then?
obviously.
Cold
Yes.
Forge?
And then
Okay.
there was the Manu Malanox Hydra thing on one of the screens. Rook is kind of a Cold Forge kind. I think it's coincidental, I'll be honest. But I think Fede definitely read the book, or at least read the Xenopedia entry on it. because I think a lot of the film feels like Cold Forge.
Yeah.
What else? The rat thing. That was something that happened in Cold Forge as well. Well, actually, that was into Charybdis, wasn't it? That wasn't Cold Forge, but it was an Alex White thing. Thrashing, I assumed the Rook thing would have been more related to Bishop than Cold Forge, but Alex White
Yeah,
picked up on it.
but I took it.
They,
It's a chess reference.
yeah, they messaged me and was like, "Oh yeah, there was this as well."
I'm not going to talk about the details about the rat thing now to at least minimize the spoilers.
Yeah.
But when we have our discussion and then
Wait, we're going to
next
start
week,
that now?
To be fair, I
but,
mean,
later I'm
Rook,
going to have so many things to say about that rat. It was fun.
Rook was also in Colonial Marines, and I think one of the shorts in Bug Hunt as other Bishop models. Somebody else asked me, it's gone in the chat now, Greg, somebody asked about the Queen sound effect.
Yeah, they said, yeah, Caustic Viper. I think the Queen doesn't have to be shown at all the time to have a presence in the area. Look how Isolation did a hide. There was a Queen in there, but she was heard in the ambience.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Oh, Casper said it again. Yeah. No. So I mean, in Romulus, you hear the Queen screech in the elevator scene.
I never noticed that.
It's just as a sound
Did you
effect.
get the invite, Aaron?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the game to load up.
But would you be happy to, in a future film, to ever see the Queen on the big screen again?
Oh
I
yeah,
wouldn't be
it's
against
been way
it, no.
too long.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time we saw her was 2004 at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's a very core. It's like the Colonial Marines, right? It's such a core part of the Alien franchise that is just.
We can't have Clone and Marines. That's clearly a callback to Aliens, and we can't have that. That's taking it
Well,
too
as
far.
long as we don't have, like, Dodson and Smix or anything coming back in.
But what if they use the same weapons? And Hudson says, not Hudson, and Smudson says, "Game over, man."
Yeah, that might be a bit too much.
I really wish films would stop doing reused dialogue. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, multiple people cite that as their biggest grievance.
It's definitely
Right,
one of those.
I'm
like,
in now.
I get
Let
it
me
from
try
a
and join
fan,
you.
but it's like maybe
I
just
think
less is more sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's more about the creators. They want it. Don't you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Me and Brian argued about this, Adam, when we were doing the anthology work,
About what part?
reusing dialogue.
Oh yeah. He's like the fans like it, and we're like, no, we don't.
It's more about the creators having fun while they do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's that the creators just can't help themselves with that.
Oh,
Because
I'm in. By the way, I'm in.
Okay. Yeah. Ready up, everybody.
But I would love for the creators to understand that it gives a lot less than it takes from fans. There are some fans that absolutely hate it because of that. That it really detracts from their viewing experience. I've heard multiple accounts, but nobody says, "Oh, because that was there, I give it a 1 or 2 score higher points for that." People either tolerate it, maybe kind of like it somewhere, but for the most part, if somebody notices, because that is for the fans, a lot of fans will be put off by that. So
I
I hope that by time people will understand that.
I feel like it might just be the more hardcore fans who don't like it. Like my showing at the premiere, people were cheering with the elevator bit.
Casuals.
And
That's nice.
And you stood up and you were like, "Fucking boo!"
To be fair, I was fuming at the premiere. I were so
Oh god,
distracted.
yeah, I saw the seats you had. Man, That was
I
so bad.
could not fucking comprehend what was going off in the film.
That was
What
one of
tips did
those
you have?
like. It's like you can say it kind of jokingly, but it's like seriously, did they not know that you're like kind of big fan site and you get those
No,
scenes? Like
I don't think there was anything intentional about it.
Oops.
I jokingly said it was Disney punishing us for posting some of the spoilers, but I don't know.
yeah, that still that fucking sucked. Like
Yeah,
I'm
when
not
I
sure if it-
opened
Sorry, go
when
on.
I opened the tickets and I saw what row it was, I was like, oh god, this is going to be close. And then when we got in the cinema, and the usher was like, right, you're over there. I was
You bastard.
literally on the other side of the far extreme side of the screen,
Yeah.
Oh,
on the second row.
Oh god, that sounds horrible.
I could not see or focus on much of what was happening. Like, there was whole details. There was whole details I missed.
Thank you. Come
Well,
again.
no wonder. That really is a horrible viewing experience, man.
I were fuming when I came out of the film. I was so distracted throughout by how annoyed I was.
I'm not sure I'd have even wanted to stay. Like, as much as it was super cool, it would have been like super cool to go to the gala premiere. I'd have been like, oh my god, do
Yeah.
I want the first cinema viewing experience to be there?
It really soured me on the thing because I just wasn't paying attention properly to the film.
Ugh. Oh my god.
And I don't want
Slippery
to
one.
sound I don't want to sound ungrateful either because
Really?
I genuinely do like these opportunities, but when it negatively impacts the view.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I mean, that was, say, to like a lesser degree with my showing being like way too dark. I was like, what is this? Like, it's AVPR all over again, and I want to go and see the film again now just because it's, I need to be able to see some stuff. Like, obviously, no spoilers, but the bit right before the titles come up, like when they pan down, I knew what I was looking at because I knew that was in the film, but you couldn't tell. Like it just, like I was like, man, people that are sat here that don't know what this is, they're gonna be like, okay, what is that supposed to be? And it definitely impacts your opinion of the film for things that aren't the film's fault, so definitely, even though my experience wasn't as bad as yours there, I totally get that.
Casper says which elevator scene? The one after the hive when they're starting to go up.
The only one, isn't it?
Well, there's a couple of elevators, aren't there? Like the transit system. I suppose that could class as an elevator. Which, can I say, I fucking love that they included something akin to Sebastopol's transit.
Oh yeah. Well, and when they pumped the airlock door at the very beginning, it was one of those Sebastopol like things. That was, see, those are the kind of references I really like stuff that only the fans are really going to get, and it's kind of non-intrusive. Like, I think those are the best kind of references. But sometimes when you just go all out and you're like, hey, here's that famous line repeated, that's the kind of stuff that can get groans.
I completely agree with you.
What was the transit station? Was that just the elevator?
Well, the cable car thingy that they used after K.
Wasn't that just an elevator?
No, it was like the transit system.
Yep, it was transit.
Oh, what did I miss there?
And there was a Tanaka poster in the transit car, which I grinned at.
Yeah, I did not notice that, so it's great.
Didn't see that.
Well, that was one I only noticed on the IMAX. You really couldn't see it on the when I watched it in 4DX.
Are you Caleb, getting the opportunity for the second viewing to see it on IMAX maybe or something? Do you have that?
No, there's really not many IMAX screens over here. It's like London and I don't know where else, but they're not as common as they are in the States, it seems.
We'll definitely try another cinema so that you have a chance.
Yeah, or at least
Or
another
something.
screen at the very least.
There's loads of showing in my local IMAX. I have one about 30 minutes away from me.
Nice.
It's where me and Chevy went to watch it on
that-
Friday, and there was a bunch of cosplayers there.
Oh yeah, I saw the picture. That's cool. Did you know they were going to be there, or is it just like coincidence?
No, just coincidence. I had no idea they were going to be there.
Did they know who you
That's
were?
cool.
No, I don't think so. I didn't. I certainly didn't introduce myself.
Don't you
man.
know who I am?
Should have been, yeah. You should have been like.
I
You
think
may
it's
have heard of it.
I think it's obnoxious. Like I ended up when we were driving down to the premiere, I was wearing one of the Fright Rags tie-dye shirts, the chestburster one, and we stopped at a service station, and I was stood there waiting for Meg, and some bloke just came up to me and was like, "Oh, that's a cool T-shirt. You're planning on seeing Romulus?" I was like, "Oh, I'm actually just going down to watch the premiere." But I didn't sit there and go, "Oh, I'm Aaron. I run AVP Galaxy." And
Look
blah,
at
blah,
me.
blah, blah, blah.
But I mean, when it's like cosplayers at an alien movie.
Yeah, but
I totally-
cosplayers
you
don't
totally could've
necessarily
said that.
know the website.
Well, in that case, what kind of fans are they really? That's what I say. They're cosplaying, but they don't know the site. Come on, it just doesn't make sense.
That's
I was
not the way it works.
I was lucky enough that at my premiere we actually had people doing the live performance before the film
Oh,
started.
doing the face hugger.
The face hugger and chest burster
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
that's nice.
Didn't they do that at
They
the
have-
premiere, Aaron?
They did, yes, they did.
It was so fun to see that live, and like I was so happy that even at my place there are fans that wanted to try to help and recreate that. So that was so nice. That was so nice. The funny thing is though, because of course it's low budget and the chest bursting performance that people gave, they literally underneath a big jacket with that I should have seen coming because it was bloody hot in my place, and then when the big fluffy did not see that was demoing. But yeah, so unzip that, and there it is, the little thing. And another guy had a really good face hugger mask on. But the thing is, of course, that thing is just a well detailed one, but it was small, and it didn't have any blood effects and anything. It would just stain and it would be visible. So
Xander says,
from a distance, it was just a guy with this fleshy thing sticking out, and somebody in the back row literally yelled out, "Oi, that looks like a dick."
"Oh, we're all mature,
enough
aren't
funny. Yeah. It was a crazy way to start.
Xander says everybody, him and Christian were there in Nostromo outfits. If I could afford a fucking good costume, I would go out and wear them to events like that.
Oh, Xander,
I
did
did-
you meet up with all them in New York? That's where you guys had like a community screening, right? Sorry,
It looked
what
cool
were you
from
gonna
what I
say,
saw. I went to the 4DX showing today in my Bug Stompers, my Fright Rag Aliens joggy bottoms. I felt like a right fucking scruff going out in joggy bottoms, but they
Aaron?
look
Right
so cool.
fucking scruff.
Yeah, I think at least over here you're considered
Yeah.
a bit of a slob if you go out in sweatpants.
It's comfy though, and that's all that really matters.
But the Fright Rag
And
ones
double
look
K.
so good. I really like the looks of the Fright Rag ones. So I was wearing them, and I was wearing Adam Milcevic's artwork. The first one we had him do, Adam. The heads ones.
Nice.
Megan was wearing the new hat that we had done, the Make Alien Scary Again hat.
Nice. Do you want to be the alien, Aaron?
No.
Do you want to be the alien, Keelan?
Yeah, okay.
Xander
I'll
says
give
I'm
it a
the
go.
short one in the pictures. I need to have a look at Xander now. I don't think I've actually seen pictures of Xander. Casper
Give me
says
30
you've got
seconds
them.
or so, I'll be with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap!
You might as well wait.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah. I gotta put perks on the alien anyway.
Can I remove a bot then? Let's see.
It should when Chevy gets
It's
in. I
fine. You'll be removing one and adding one.
The short one.
Sando Vazer says, I wore my Arnold get to the chopper shirt for my own amusement.
Just in
Xander,
there going,
you
oh, wrong franchise.
Xander, are you standing over Christian in the pictures? Casper says, you got them Reebok Stompers there, and I've got the low top ones. Is it Bishop? Bishop wears them, doesn't he?
Mikey said,
I definitely plan on getting the rain one. So sorry, go ahead.
Mikey says they still need to make aliens scary again. Romulus didn't scare me a bit, but it had the tension for sure. I have to agree there. I really love the film and everything, despite its flaws. But even the the civilian tagalongs I had with me, people who know the franchise a lot less, and people who don't even watch sci-fi and stuff, even they said
Okay.
they didn't find it scary.
Well-
They really liked it, but they found it tense and interesting and gross at times in a good way, but they didn't really find it scary.
I was
so-
gonna ask,
It was the Offspring
Hmm.
that was scary.
is that us being desensitized to alien stuff? Because I'm seeing a
It was
lot on
just
Twitter that
their,
are like, the movie is
Yep.
scary.
That was scary.
They were definitely
I'll hold my hand up. I was scared.
there were definitely some creepy moments, but yeah, like and apart from at kind of the end, I wasn't that like creeped out by much in the film.
No,
And I was
not
kind of
even the Offspring.
surprised that like no, that apart from that.
Oh, apart from the Offspring. Yeah, I think I don't. I mean, as fans, aren't we at the point where it's like, I just want to see the alien look fucking cool. I want cool shots of the alien. So like, you know,
Partly,
that.
but then there weren't even as many of those as I was expecting.
It was
like,
it
for
was
how
very
much...
alien in how it showed the alien.
Oh yeah.
I thought, you know, it was brief glimpses, it was silhouettes, it was faraways, like that shot of Scorched after Kay evacuates. That brief shot of like Scorched in the orange light and in the vapor, very brief but very good looking. And there's a shot in the hive where one of them stands up over Andy and there's the facehuggers crawling around, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that looks fucking good.
Oh, it looks good. It looks good. But Mike says, I think it's us being desensitized by the creature of the xenomorph. Again, I'm not really sure about that because I had family members in their 60s that don't watch sci-fi or horror. That they said it was tense and it did stick with them. A few days after, they're still commenting and thinking about it, but they said it's not as scary as when they sometimes see some other type of horror things on TV and stuff.
Ready up,
So-
pigs?
Oh shit!
It's
Sorry,
interesting.
I tabbed out.
Like,
Jack-
like saying,
I'm too busy
says-
staring at Xander in the photo. I see you, Xander. I see you. That beautiful, luscious hair.
Oh, we're simping for Xander now. It's the other way around.
Back in my college years, I used to have very long, beautiful hair.
flowing locks. Mike says, after my double screening of Alien and Alien Romulus, someone yelled out, "Predator is better."
Them's fighting words.
Yeah. Oh man.
You see, that's something that we've been talking about on the board recently as well, with somebody saying, would you want to see them do like a horror Predator? And I'm like, yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have never found
Yeah.
Predator
That's really cool.
scary, and I would love to see somebody deliberately go and do that.
Sarah,
Well,
didn't see you there. Welcome, by the way. Real
That was
quick.
a little bit of what I was hoping for with Prey, that they didn't go all in on, like with, you know, it being like kind of just a creepy you know, whatever you call it, like kind of cryptid type thing. You know, but I mean, and even I think it might have even been in your interview with Dan where he was saying like, I don't think anyone's yet done like a full-on horror Predator, and he'd be down for that. You know, how the hell do I play this game now?
Do you remember that? I know
You
whenever
don't. You go away. You leave me alone.
I know whenever I bring this up, Aaron, you groan. But you know that fan film Seed?
Ugh. It's such.
Okay,
a
okay.
bad-
Let me. I know. But there's the one. Oh my god. There's the one shot in it where the dude is just sitting in the forest at night, and a predator mask like appears right next to him, and then like pulls back into the darkness. And I always loved that predator shot so much. Like that is a good horror movie predator shot.
Predator in horror, make it happen. You use the ghost type of stories or anything. You can do a lot of horror with that. I'm all up for it.
Sando Vista says it's amazing how AVP Galaxy was just letters on the screen back in the late 90s. And here they are, and I can see their voices and see their faces and hear the voices going.
Oh.
That website from when I was like 14 and 15. Internet's cool, isn't it?
Oh, I see an alien running around.
Xander says the lips on the alien remind me of the lips on the resurrection aliens. Yeah, I've thought that since the first sort of shots we were getting of it. I know Legacy built the alien this time around, but it still looked a lot ADI in some of the moments.
That's just the design. It seems that creature.
Oh yeah,
fits
Xander,
the
it is pretty
line.
wild. Like, I couldn't imagine voiced. I spent so much time on like MSN talking to
Oh,
other
snap.
people, and now we're on voice chat.
No, what place to have been?
Somebody also mentioned a VHS edition. I would love it if they released a VHS.
Oh,
of
that would
Romulus.
sell well. If
That would be cool.
There's the
I
face
would-
hugger.
I was gutted we didn't get one of the promo VHSs. I would have fucking loved one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. They just make it a full proper release. Like deliberately faded
Oh,
background.
shit.
And stuff.
Yes. I remember there was a bloke who was doing like custom VHS artwork and did one of Covenant back in the day, and I always liked the looks of that. There's still a love for, you know, the VHS aesthetic.
Oh yeah.
Casper says, Aaron, you sure it's a queen? Sounds more like a very soft girl. I thought it was I thought it sounded like the queen.
It's a
Personally.
big booty queen.
It probably was. Yeah, but definitely Daylight Queen.
Maybe we could ask Fede once.
Oh, yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Did he intend like Alien Isolation just
Oh,
to be
oh, you've
there?
got that.
Not sure.
Hang
I'm
on.
a wiggler.
Damn it. Wait, where did that hook disappear to?
Rusty Viper says the Offspring's
Well,
bird
even
felt
if
like a
we've done
callback to the intro of Species 3. I do wish that had been a little bit more drawn out, I'll be honest. I don't think Fede really got his freak on properly in that final bit.
Oh yeah. The funny thing is, I've
They
been
just
hearing that it was very tame.
Oh wow.
Actually,
Yeah.
with the gore and everything.
And the intensity. I was like, this does not feel like the Fede that made me go and leave the screening of Evil Dead.
I mean, I'm glad that it wasn't too over the top. Like, it was definitely less
I wanted
gory
intensity.
than I expected. But yeah, I mean, it was. I'm glad that there wasn't the kind of stuff that I'd heard about in his Evil Dead film, but like you said, intense, not as much. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money
Thank you.
shots.
Let's stop the
with
regression real quick, and then I'll heal you.
The money shots with the deaths
Okay.
and the,
Oh my god.
the big
It's blocking this way.
Ah!
gory things. They were really short. They were really short,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree with you. Crawling Chaos says, I look forward to Xenomorphin's opinion on this film. I always like listening to him go on like
Oh
a
my
mad
god.
scientist. I mean that in a positive way. I think Eric's going to hate the film. I don't think he's going to enjoy it at all.
Eric hates everything.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's why he's gonna hate
that's fair.
I do love him for it.
this is how we know that he's not going to like it.
Oh my god.
Yes, Casper, I think I've already got the blue thing written down. Actually, let me tab out and make sure.
So that picks to die.
It is probably my favorite xenomorph design for a while.
Yes, I've got it written down.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
In the
I really
movies,
like the look.
maybe even since like Aliens.
The design is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I mean, I've always been particular to some of the game's interpretations, like the drone in Fireteam Elite, or Stompy, or even this game. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, I really liked this interpretation. Begsy says, I feel Eric is going to hate it too. Sarah says, oh, Eric is going to lose his mind over Romulus. Like, as soon as Plagiarius Prepotence was mentioned, I was like, okay, Eric's going to fucking hate this. Whereas I was sat there like...
I've never liked that particular term, so even there I was like, eh.
I've always been like embryos, you know. We see that in AVPR, so
I
that's always
think it
been
works.
kind of my view.
Well, first of all, fuck AVPR. But I very much liked Alex's take on it. I was like, yeah, okay, this all actually works in the context of the new law.
Yeah, it has its pluses.
It was definitely one thing I really liked about the film, how it all just kind of...
It was a reconciliation of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it wasn't hugely overt about everything, it's very obvious as to the intentions.
Really? I can see you when you're close enough and you come out of there.
Oh, there it is.
It laid a goddamn trap.
Chevy on horror streams is the best. You need to put Chevy for the replays of Alien Isolation or something, you know?
I actually intended to start that today. I'd come upstairs like an hour and a half, 2 hours early, and I was going to start recording.
We
And
gotta
then I
get
ended
good.
Well, I was like, okay, I'm reading Perfect Organism at the minute. You know, the new companion
Oh,
book.
the unofficial one. How is that, by the way?
I'm enjoying it. I'm halfway through it. I'm enjoying it.
I was surprised how much I liked Anger Monson's Predator one. So I'm always intrigued by the third-party ones.
It's nothing like that though.
Yeah, I know, but like, I remember there was an old like unofficial guide to Alien and Predator that I got called Beautiful Monsters.
Yes, I have a copy of that. Thing is, Beautiful Monsters was kind of a letdown because it was just the fucking quadrilogies and DVD box sets written up.
Mm.
I was never impressed with Beautiful Monsters. But no, I'm enjoying it so far. The author is a or was a video game journalist.
Casper asks, I wonder what Fede's take is on egg morphing. Did Big Jappa do all of those things on? Oh,
No,
Yeah,
get egg morphing out of here.
It was
not
all
a
the
thing.
3D. It was all the 3D printed facehuggers. That's where everything came from.
Yeah.
You see some of them tipped over on that conveyor belt, and that's where all your extras come from.
Yeah, plus they had like a
Oh,
billion
yeah,
of them in the in the room.
Yeah, but there had to be earlier ones there for the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
you know, it just implies that there were a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Xander says, "Oh, shout out to my good friend Marcus. He's in the chat but not talking. He's in the walls
Hey,
of
Marcus.
the hive, as in worked on the films, or in the walls here."
He's in the water.
Welcome.
So in the fucking water.
All
I don't like egg morphing and stuff. What's going
There's
on there?
I like egg
he'd
barfing.
rather the tasteless egg barfing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, god. Definitely keep that out of any future films.
Oh god, yeah. Oh
Well,
man.
I
When
thought that's
we
what
were
was going to
working-
happen at the end of the movie at that one moment.
yeah.
I wish
Oh
that
yeah,
had been.
the details are so much
We
worse.
won't go
actually,
into it,
on
but
the
I
rewatch.
wish it had been
Yeah.
more overt though. I wish that had been
Really?
more
We won't?
overt.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
leaning into Fede
You
getting his
sure
free
about
con.
that?
All right.
Later, it makes it pretty clear. We'll talk in the spoiler discussion more, but it's
So
really clear what happened.
It's clear, but it's not. I just
I
wish it'd have
couldn't-
been more overt.
Aaron, do you
Well,
want
I
to
straight up-
be Xenomorph?
Why? Do you want to win a game? Is that what you're getting at?
I just did win a game. I'm just asking if you want to play as the alien.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
All right.
And also in our
How do I
spoiler
swap?
discussion, I will be making one case probably for the egomorphing
There you
because
go.
there is maybe one interesting thing
Oh, wait,
in
no,
one
I
of the
don't.
scenes that maybe supports it. Maybe.
And randomly, Lara Croft.
You say what?
Oh,
I don't think you can choose which bot gets swapped in.
Crossing the streams. It's all good.
yeah, yeah.
See, I like egomorphing because I just believe it gives a lone
Yeah,
alien
it's
the
alien.
ability
Yeah,
to make
exactly.
a
Well,
hive.
I mean, to me, it's like even if you don't have egg barfing, I've always liked the molting thing because that's what I was used to from the AVP
game.
games, and we saw that in 2 and 2010. So I was like, okay, if it's an alien by itself, it just molts into a queen, and that's how you get it.
I completely
Yeah,
agree with you, Adam. There, yeah. But I like mostly the molting and then the green face suckers. But as a plan C, a third option if needed, egg morphing is also okay. I agree with Chris there. Having options is good.
Egg-morphing's just so much creepier.
Drew Griffin says
Yeah, and,
that broad
you
is
know,
not Lara Croft, a fellow Lara Croft reboot enjoyer, of which I am not.
Sando Vissa says, when is the spoiler stream? We're doing a review podcast tomorrow. Patrons can watch it live. We'll be recording it once it's We'll be releasing it once it's edited. Within the next week or two.
He said, "When is your soiled stream?"
Then he said, when is the spoiler stream?
the spoiler stream is right now.
The soiled
soiled stream is right now. It's too hot. I'm sat here sweating my tits off.
It depends if we have the alien queen as the attacker here again. It can be that kind of stream again.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. So there's been a bunch of rumors for Isolation 2 that I've seen recently. And there was a post by Creative Assembly saying, like, acknowledging they've had a rough last bit. I mean, obviously with hyenas, which...
Didn't they also have a lot of controversy around staff complaints?
I don't think that's related to what they're talking about. I think they're talking about all the layoffs and hyenas getting canceled. But they mentioned an unannounced project, and this kind of is aligned with the rumors, so make of that what you will.
And also, apparently, a remaster of Isolation
That
and
would
a
be
VR version of it.
so awesome. That would sell like hotcakes, man, especially right now.
Oh, yeah.
So October,
All supposed to be announced for the 10th anniversary.
Oh,
which is coming up, so I hope you're ready. October is going to be Isolation month for us, and we have a lot of
no!
good Isolation stuff planned. We'll probably be streaming Isolation all through the month of October. And,
I kind of want to today, I'll be honest.
Oh, gosh.
we had to
Definitely
do
would've
the...
made sense.
Well, not as much as the Romulus
Yeah,
content.
I guess this technically has well, now Isolation technically has Romulus content in it as well, by retroactively.
Stop wiggling.
an Isolation stream is a
But I
Romulus.
like it.
Yeah, this is
I'm not
it
going to
makes,
escape.
it makes sense to do.
Stop wiggling, he says.
Yeah.
You stop it!
I want to take you
stop
back to my hive, mother. Just want to take you back to meet my
Look,
Mike
I'm not
is
very good at this
teasing us.
game. It's not very
sporting.
yeah, that.
So here's what I want to know: how do people have British accents if they're growing up on a space colony? Like, do you just get it from your parents, or does it have to be like wider society
I
speaks
guess
that way?
so.
By being surrounded by British people, I mean.
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking slave colony, so they're all working class Cockney blokes.
Except for the main character for international appeal.
Oh, I didn't get that. Yeah. Mike is teasing us. The unannounced project by Creative Assembly is the Predator joining Dead by Daylight.
They brought in Creative Assembly just to do
And-
that.
And to be fair, we may have heard some rumblings
Oh shit.
that lend credence to the rumors.
Of what?
Oh,
Isolation
yes. Isolation 2. Yeah, I don't know how much we can say, but we did hear...
I think that's about the extent of what we can say.
Okay. We did hear
Nice
something
one.
from somebody at some point that there may have been some happenings with that.
Something may have something. Awesome.
There's something in the Creative Assembly.
Yeah. There's something in the assembly.
I should probably
There's
start
something
repairing
in the
generators.
assembly.
It's creative.
I think Xander said there's something in the water that gives you the accent.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, did anybody else feel like the colony was a bit too dystopian? I mean, they literally
No,
had a
it was
canary in the coal mine and
loved it.
shit, and people were dying with
Loved
black
it.
lung, and
I
Wayland
don't think
Yutani
the
was
alien
arbitrarily
universe,
like, your hours are doubled now. I'm like, I mean, I get they're an evil company, but they, like, it was pushing into the...
it's less evil than it actually is.
It was pushing into the cyberpunk a bit too hard for me.
Come on, Adam. When you actually join the working force, you'll know how evil it really is.
Yeah. I first felt
listen,
a bit like, yeah, isn't that much? But then I remembered my experiences and went like, no, this is more subtle than what happens.
I
in
ain't
fucking
saying
IRL.
Alien doesn't have strong social commentary against, like, crony capitalism. Like, of course it does. But there gets to be a point where Cyberpunk and Blade Runner, where it's, like, so dystopian that it's kind of caricaturish. And Alien has
That
always
too.
had the strength in being more subtle with its commentary, I think.
No, I like it. I fully believe it. I'm surprised we didn't get stuff like Wayland Yutani having script before the RPG. It
Rep
is
script.
that rep script exactly. Because that's something that used to happen in your mining towns. You
Yeah,
know,
but this is like 150 years in the future.
I know, but we now got mining colonies. We've got outposts on.
Yeah, but, like, Hadley's
All
Hope never
reaches
looked
out of-
that terrible, you know? I mean, I get some colonies might be worse than others, but... I mean, sure, like, life was rough there, and it was, like, I'm not saying it was rosy, but, like, there weren't people huddled over, like, barrel fires and shit like it's the
Well,
Terminator.
They were still setting up the colony though. They hadn't actually got their mine going yet.
Yeah, but also believe me, Adam, that those things happen like really still often in factories and mining developments in parts of the world. Like it's
Like all the
very,
blood
very
diamonds.
frequent.
Why am I not running?
Oh,
Lag.
and also, Casper asks, assuming there's a queen on board, what's the leading theory on that? Did one individual molt into one, or one of the humans egg morphed into a royal egg, or what? Well,
Yeah,
Casper, we
well,
have no idea. There's nothing.
yeah, we were
to
just... I don't think that, like, in Isolation they straight up said there's a queen somewhere on the station, but I think in Romulus they were just all printed face huggers. I don't think there is a queen
Yeah.
at that point.
No.
Yeah. We don't know if there even is a queen. Is it hinted? Is it not? We have known nothing yet until we press Fede about his opinions on
Wow.
that.
I mean, there's not. Because it's not in the film.
No, I
Well,
don't
yeah,
think
That's
that
an
would-
anti-spoiler. Don't go
Well,
in
yeah, but
expecting one,
like
'cause you ain't gonna see one.
there's nothing to see there. But like in Alien Isolation, there is no queen there. But when asked, Creative Assembly went out of the way to actually confirm. They could have just said, "Oh, maybe not." But no, they said, "Yeah, we just didn't want to show us." So, yeah, well, of course,
They
we
would've
can
wanted to
just
buy
ask. Yeah,
I feel like with how referential Romulus is, if they'd have intended there to be a queen, they would have shown it.
I don't
Because
think Scott would have let that.
they kind of do everything else as far as like callbacks to every other film. So I'm just,
Better
plus
give
you
me a
have a
hook, Aaron.
character from the station that
It's
doesn't-
off. I can't even
Doesn't
fucking move
about
fast.
it.
How do you people fucking play this game?
Your character automatically moves faster the longer you stay in chase, so eventually you will catch up to me if you keep chasing me. But there's no, like, sprint as the killer.
He died. No, I never fucking wiggle out of anybody.
Well, I do have a wiggling perk, so that's why I'm
I
able to
also
wiggle
have a
out.
wiggling perk. Screw you, alien.
That'll do it.
I'll let you hook me. There you
You're
go.
you're a bad wiggler, Aaron.
Just fucking
You
stay
gotta
on
get the
there.
cardio in.
Sizzy Bubbles says, I love Facehugger Suitcase. Yeah, those were cool. She said, Adam's Whimper of Fear. Yeah, that's an old deep cut there.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten about that.
What's that from?
Oh, I was, we were playing Predator Hunting Grounds, and I was recreating the scene from Predator 2 where they're sacrificing the Colombian drug lord guy. And I also recreated the girl who was making those noises in the movie on the ground in her whimpers of fear as they were sacrificing the dude.
Yes, as they're known.
And Voodoo was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, oh, those are whimpers of fear. And he's like, if that's what you want to call it.
That Predator 2 scene is legendary.
yes,
It will
that's what
forever
it
live
is.
rent-free in my head. Metal Thrashing Matt asks, I've been out of the comics loop since around Destroying the Angels. Have there been any standout aliens?
Good lord, that's
series
a while.
Then. Oh yeah. So, what would you guys recommend from newer comics?
Yeah, Destroying
Chicken and
Angels was a while. That was 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 1999. That was.
They've been
Thicker Than Blood. Defiance Part
Defiance.
1. Part 1.
Dust to Dust.
Oh yeah, Dust to Dust.
Dead Orbit.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Stellar choices. I'd recommend Descendant as well, from the
Yeah.
second to last.
Are we just talking comics or books too?
They asked comics specifically.
Casper says, Fire and Stone, I will die on that hill. I preferred Life and Death over Fire and Stone.
Oh
Still
god,
need to read Life and Death.
I hated Life and
I
Death.
like
Fire and Stone
Stone.
had some okay-ish things. Fire and Stone, yeah,
yeah,
but Life and Death was disgusting art-wise.
I
Sorry.
didn't
M
hate
Project
Life
says-
and Death. I preferred Fire and Stone though.
M Project says, Screams in Terry Weagle.
I do not know who Terry Weagle is.
It's the fucking the porn star who was the sex lady.
In Predator 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know the names of a small role like that in the movie. Should we get her on the podcast?
Well, you remember now, Adam.
Recreate the whimpers of fear.
You can get some acting lessons from her.
What do you say if we get her in a Predator 2 costume?
In her Predator 2 costume, did you say?
No, in a female Predator costume. Adam would like that.
Oh god.
No,
Fucking hell.
that's okay.
not go
I
Adam
will
fucking lose
switch
his
to
mind.
killer.
Switch to your face.
I'll be the ugly looking swamp xenomorph for no particular reason.
Choose a good alien. not
M
the
Project says, laughing my fucking ass off. On what planet have you not looked her up before?
Yeah,
I
Adam's
haven't.
denying
It's
it.
just got scissors in the chat. That's all it is.
No, I'm serious. I have not. I'm not like, damn, who was making those animal noises in that Predator 2 movie? I need to look that up.
Yeah, believe it or not,
fan.
some of us
Fake
were
fan.
watching that movie for the plot.
This is where we're trying to avoid starting another female predator type fucking roasting about him.
It's like stay on target, stay on target.
It's a good thing Mike isn't here because yeah, then that one.
The crawling chaos says
Mike is
Adam's
like crawling
AVP
to his
ASMR.
mic right now. He
I
doesn't
will
wanna miss
say
the
that
opportunity.
scene, the setup for that scene of just the music and the like jump shot in to the building with that sound, that was very like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Like, it was a
Yeah.
very unique way of establishing a sex scene.
That was a
The shot is great.
very kind of late 80s, early 90s action movie right there.
It was shot well.
Sure.
We can say that. Metal Thrashing Matt says, Adam, it's so dystopian, it's just like Pennsylvania.
Is Pennsylvania that dystopian? See, that's how I kind of justify it, right? Not all colony, like I said, the Hadley's Hope colony doesn't seem that bad. Not all colonies are going to be equally bad. Like
think you're
you
just
got your West Virginia mining town, and then you probably have some that are not quite as dystopian.
Well, by the sound of it, Hadley's Hope, you know, from what Van Leeuwen was saying, is more like a kind of pioneer kind of colony. You know, it seems
It's
like
a frontier life, yeah.
yeah, it wasn't specifically going to be a mining kind of colony, so I wouldn't expect it to look as crappy as the one in
It
Romulus
also
did,
wa-
where that seemed like a straight up company mining town type thing.
Wasn't the EVP 2010 planet a mining colony? Praise
It
Prospect?
was. Somewhat.
Prospect.
Yeah. Because they had a giant
was.
refinery instead of an atmosphere processor.
Well, on Freya's Prospect, they were disappearing left and right to be used in the experiments. They were complaining about that in the audio logs. And whoever complains more gets sent down to the meat grinder. So yeah. But I'm wondering if do the colonies, when they're in that frontier setting, when there's a few people and just starting out, maybe it's actually easier at the start because fewer people to get you down. But when it becomes big enough and becomes more industrialized and more entities that are looking over you there with more mines and factories, maybe it gets harder.
Because, like,
Maybe the-
Alien Covenant was a colony ship, and you didn't get the sense they thought they were in for that, you know? They were building log cabins and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe the first generations have it good in that sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Hadley's Hope wasn't an established colony anyway.
Yep.
Like they were still working on the atmosphere part of it.
Well, I guess it depends on how long it goes with established colony, because it said it'd been there for over 20 years, didn't they? So it was at the point where another generation of kids were being born into that colony.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
only
how
100,
long was
160 people.
Jackson's set up,
Compared
you
to
know?
the 1,000 and something
Yeah.
people on Jackson Star.
Yeah.
It's almost 3,000.
So that was definitely a lot more established than Hadley's Hope
I'm not
was
sure,
by
to
that
be
point.
honest.
I know it's a lot more near 3,000. I don't think it's 4,000, but I think it's 3 on Jackson Star. But yeah, there was a lot more people.
Where the hell did you go? God damn it.
I loved all that stuff. I love all this escaping your future and the careers that you don't want to be in, and
I get that,
apparent
because I grew up in a small town, so it's like, yeah, I get that. And I'm sure it's probably personal for Fide as well. It's like, not like I'm against the concept, it's just I thought the presentation was slightly too dystopian. Like, I'm not like, oh, the alien universe is sunshine and rainbows and Wayland Yutani loves their workers. Like, no, like, yeah, it's still dystopian for sure. It's just to what degree you push that, where it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like cyberpunk, you know?
I
you know,
agree.
It didn't
I
go
agree
too
with that
far
there.
for me, but I'm also kind of the same opinion where I don't like it when Wayland Yutani is portrayed as like immediately cartoonishly supervillain evil, but they're clearly like, hey, we don't give a shit about our workers evil.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't quite over the line, I don't think, for me, but it was. I could see what you mean.
It was
about
pushing it.
getting there. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it was pushing it in the cartoonishly evil camp. It wasn't there, but it was pushing it. I will agree with you there. The doubling of the quota and the canary, it could have been done a bit more subtle. But the whole atmosphere, it was just the perfect chef's kiss of foreboding and
Yeah, I did
air
I
gliding.
did really like getting to see more like colony
Of an
life,
actual
you know,
colony,
'cause-
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean the only time we've ever gotten to see that before was like that one scene in the Alien
Yeah.
Special Edition. So it was
Well-
cool getting to see like slice of life in the Alien universe before everything.
Yeah, I
goes
mean,
to
I,
hell.
I love the atmosphere of the colony. Like having the big atmosphere processor loom over the town was really cool, just like Aliens, and like that this is a planet that doesn't have sunshine at all. That's an interesting concept, and we see that in some places in the Earth
Caleb,
at
wait.
some
Caleb,
times of the
Caleb,
year.
wait, Caleb.
Wait,
No,
that's
no,
not me.
I'm the
I don't
alien.
know who.
No, I don't know.
It's not.
Man,
It's
Where
not
are
me.
you? Oh,
It's not me. I'm not near anyone.
Huh?
Whoever that is isn't me.
Dusty Viper says,
jeez.
to be fair, Wayland Utani would tell you to your face we're a family in this company as they lock you in a room with a xenomorph.
That's true.
I mean, I completely agree. I think you're barking up the wrong tree there, Adam, and it's part of the things I
And
like
listen,
about this.
it makes sense that, again, some colonies would be in a worse way than others. The whole concept that comes into play later in the movie of why they're developing what they're developing kind of reminded me of that one Marvel comic with the radiation, if you remember.
Yeah, Icarus. How did it not remind you straight away of Cold Forge?
I mean, it did too, but
I loved that bit because one fault I will give the newer media, as in the newer comic, the novels, the newer novels, and well, the RPG content as well, is that we're making planets too habitable and easy and nice and wildlife, alien everywhere, and so just to have an emphasis on hard atmospheres, hard places to live. That these colonies are not easy. They're not fun. There's a lot of diseases. That's how I feel it should be. So I'm glad that another cinematic push towards that is happening.
I wish they'd have lent more into the needs of the many, though. Around, like, the directive.
That was also very interesting.
They set it up earlier. Set it up well. And I was kind of hoping that they'd go down that route a bit more than the good of the company kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been interesting for sure going in that way.
It's the same sort of moral quandary that I had over Blue. You know, Blue's doing this thing that would be good for humanity, but she's doing it for they became they, didn't they? They're doing it for for very selfish reasons.
Yes. It could have been played up more, honestly. That angle for the greater good, for the collective.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was because of, you know, they wanted that ambiguity of like, you can't, you know, I mean, I can't say too much more without going into spoilers, but it's more ambiguous the way I think they did it in the film, rather than if they'd have done it the other way around. But I see what you're getting at.
I didn't get any of you guys.
Well, 2 are still not out. You still might.
I'll get the bot at least.
She ran back in. I don't know what the hell she was thinking. Trying to run
Plastic
back and
Viper.
heal Aaron.
Caustic Viper says, theoretically, Hadley's Hope and Jackson's Star are roughly in the exact same condition. They've both been running Atmo for 20 years, I don't know, and have no sunlight, which is true. Both of them
Yeah.
don't
But
really have some...
you look at the special edition scene, it doesn't look quite as bleak. Yeah,
No.
Hadley's
yeah.
Hope.
Maybe both of them had no sunlight, but literally it was lighter.
Well, wasn't
It was
Hadley's Hope population like less than 300 too,
On
and this colony it said like 2,000 something.
Yeah.
It was about 160 in Hadley's Hope, and this colony in Jackson Star, it had less than 3,000.
I got the most score on this one.
Nice.
Begsy said the colony had to be super dystopian. It was the driving cause for the group to want to leave the planet and therefore find the space station. And yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that motivation. I love the entire setup and motivation. This
But also, wouldn't someone else have
because it's
detected
where-
that space station if this is like Wayland
Well,
Yutani's?
remember,
Oh, yeah.
somebody says, you know, we only picked this up when we were so high and it was weak, and they also make a point of going, yes, it's also about to crash into the fucking rings
Yeah.
before
Who wants to be
before
the
everything
feelers,
kicked
though?
off.
Because even Rook at one point says, "Oh, I've sent a transmission. They'll be here to go pick up stuff." You'd have thought.
No,
that
that's
never
after
was.
that's after they left the
That was
station.
after. I'm sure.
Yes,
They
it
never
was.
really said anything about communications, did they?
Chevy,
No,
you want to be
they
the alien?
Well, he
yeah.
he was pretty fucked up until they patched him back in, so he was offline.
True.
Yep.
Let's do a different map though. Let's do another spooky map.
Squip says, "Man, I was hoping to hear Adam's thoughts on the female predator introduced in the third act."
I wasn't
no.
gonna read that, but you had to. We'll do Greenville
like, we-
Square because that has a movie theater, so that can remind me of AVPR. See,
Of
the
AVPR.
the PSP version of AVPR had a really cool movie theater
Yes,
sequence.
it did, with some very knockoff posters in it.
Yep.
Casper, I
Senator
believe
Visor,
that was just for the trailer purposes.
I did really like that though. The
Yeah.
You Are
Oh,
My
yeah.
Lucky Star in the trailers.
The movie had some great trailers, and I'm just so glad that it's doing so well. Like,
Very, very
it's
well,
doing
yeah.
way
It's
above their
com-
expectations.
Confirmed
Mhm.
$41.5 million on the opening weekend with a global box office of $108.2 million.
Yeah.
For a first
Oh,
weekend of an
goddamn.
R-rated film, that is like really good. I just hope it has legs, and it
Me
doesn't
too.
have that significant Covenant drop that had in its second
Well,
weekend.
the word of mouth.
Well, the word of
The
mouth
word
has
of
been
mouth
good.
has been great.
I think it'll have legs.
But it's
I
weird
don't
that
think we're going to see a huge drop in the second weekend.
the Crow is taken out of IMAX in 1 week. I'm like,
Really?
Really?
Have,
See, I didn't.
have they seen the trailer for that film?
I didn't realize that only one film is allowed to be in IMAX at a time.
No, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to try and
yeah.
see it in IMAX again later this week.
That was what Tom Cruise was pissed about,
Beautiful.
wasn't he? About with Mission Impossible, with Oppenheimer taking the screens last year.
And that was in
Mission
IMAX
Impossible.
forever. Oppenheimer was.
Yeah.
I mean,
still
rightfully
haven't
so.
watched it.
It's one of the best
really wanna
movies I've
watch
ever
it.
seen.
Yeah,
It is
I still
so
need to
good.
watch it as well.
You haven't watched Oppenheimer.
No, I
Mm.
didn't get to the
I guess-
cinema to see it, and I haven't got around to watching it at home yet.
Yeah.
Because isn't it like 3 hours long or something?
Yeah, it's like I have to be in the mood for a 3-hour long period
Oh
drama
my
about
God.
quantum physics, you know?
But it actually
agree
makes
there,
that
yeah.
not
In a
boring,
mood.
surprisingly.
Yeah, no, I mean it's I'm expecting it to be excellent, but it's like, man, I'm still surprised at how well that did. I mean, I know Christopher Nolan's a household name and everything,
Oh
but
yeah,
still.
yeah. I think anything with Christopher Nolan attached to it is going to do reasonably well. off
Yeah,
the
I think he's proven that at this point.
Even though I
if you
wasn't
put
massively
Christopher
keen on
Nolan's-
Interstellar, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me
It was.
either.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Like I was
The
not.
whole love as a tangible force thing pissed me off. I was like, what's this?
I
Why would
hated
you?
that. I hated
I'm
that.
shocked
That's
that Aaron
absolutely-
would have trouble with that kind of concept.
For real.
I
No,
hate
It's like now if it had
I'm
been
a
anger,
romantic. Yeah, true.
that I could have gotten on board.
Look,
I
I'm a
hate when they
romantic
use the
guy.
power
but
of
that-
love for like astronomy things. When a plot is centered around finding some solutions in a sci-fi environment, and then just power of love pops up as something to help
The
you
power
with all of
of
your
love.
with all
Modern
of your
day Doctor
sci-fi
Who,
problems.
basically.
Yeah, but for Doctor Who, I would kind of expect that, but I don't know. For
Expect it now.
Interstellar,
Because they've done it so
well,
often.
yeah.
All the space stuff in it was cool.
Gareth
Yeah.
Jolner says, just not stompy legs. I mean, it looked like the
I-
alien
I-
had
I-
stompy legs in the movie.
No, I'm thinking he's saying.
Oh yeah, the movie's legs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
still like Stompy's legs. I still remember being shown the demo at Creative Assembly of them showing me the running animations of the fucker and him turning and moving on the dime and everything. And I was like, yes, I completely see what you guys mean about this would look stupid as fuck.
Did they show you the other version? The non-stompy leg version?
No, they didn't. They didn't show me the non-Stompy leg. But like the angles they were taking it at and the speed that they were taking it at, I was like, yeah, this would look fucking stupid if it was human legs.
See, this even has a hole burned in the floor here. So yeah, this is the AVPR map now.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the projection
Who's
booth
play-
where it's not quite bright enough too.
Who's playing the alien?
Yeah.
Chevy's playing the alien, right?
Get fucked, Chevy.
Yeah. Oh, it's you, is it? Coming for you.
Won't surprise me.
Plastic Viper
Fortunately,
asks
I'm not a facehugger.
If you were a facehugger, I'd stand no fucking chance.
Plastic Viper asks if we do
Although you
get
did
another
just walk
alien
by me.
film.
Oh, now the screen's on. Oh, hey, I
Like
watched
what?
a movie. That's cool. I
does
didn't
it-
even realize that. If you do the
Ah,
generator in the
God
projection
damn
booth, it shows a movie.
Oh, that's
Is it
cool.
alien? If it's not alien, I'm not interested.
That's AVPR.
I'm definitely not interested.
Plastic Viper asks if we do get another alien film down the line, what director would you like to see take the job?
Another alien.
I do like the idea, or Alien versus Predator.
Just Alien for now. Asks.
James
Oh,
Cameron again.
I mean, I feel like Fede
Prime away
did
from Avatar.
Is it Fede or Fede?
I say for day.
Okay. Well, I feel like he did a good enough job, like just like Dan Trachtenberg. Like, if he wants to do another one, let him do another one. Like, I don't see a problem with that. But if it was going to be another
I
director,
just hope they wouldn't do any callbacks in the next one. That's all.
yeah, maybe tone that down just a little bit.
Yeah.
If it was going to be another one,
Neil Marshall.
yeah, Neil Marshall. Well, I mean, what has he done recently?
I don't
Exactly.
Is he doing?
He did
Well,
that.
know. Didn't he
that
do a
movie, The
Legion film
Lair.
or something?
Who's
Like
doing?
a Roman Legion film.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Who's doing the
it
new
was-
28 Days Later? Is that Neil Marshall?
I don't know.
I think it
Or
might
28
be
years
Danny
later.
Boyle again.
Danny Boyle, that's right. Yeah, a Danny Boyle alien movie could be cool.
He already did Sunshine, and the last half of it wasn't massively
Don't
good
say that to
from what
Mike.
I remember. Yeah, like the first half of it's good, but then I think when it tries to be alien too much, it's a bit
I'm
it's a
coming.
bit
I'm
crap.
Too late.
Gareth says anybody but Blomkamp, please.
I would be down
Yeah.
for Blomkamp still.
It's
Oh
when you
God,
say shit
no.
like this that your opinion just becomes invalid.
It doesn't have to be the same idea he had before, but I think he'd probably be too, not too jaded about the whole idea. Well, I still want to watch Gran Turismo. I heard it was perfectly serviceable.
if that's not a
Which is
glowing
a ringing
fucking
endorsement if
reason.
ever there was one. Perfectly
You
serviceable
do
motion
say some
picture.
fucking bullshit sometimes. You know this, right?
5 out of 10. A
I've
reasonable
heard
time.
that is still.
It was certainly a film. A film
This
I
is-
watched.
Of
This
all
was a
the
film
films
I
that came
watched.
out this year, this was one of them.
Fucking idiot sometimes.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Blomkamp with his recent films that have not been received well at all, plus
No.
with the plot details that we know from his Alien 5, that's just crazy. If he has thought of that, I don't think Adam we can say, oh, just do another story. He has thought of that. He will think of something else.
What about David
That big.
David Toohey? Wasn't he going to do something at one
Oh
point?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd give David 2 a go.
I
Has he
would.
done anything recently?
Only the Riddick movies, which I guess he's finally doing the next one. Like, I saw...
Supposed to be.
To
finally
be
doing
fair,
it, yeah.
Riddick number 3 was a bit poo from what I remember.
I liked it better than Chronicles. I know Chronicles had the bigger budget and was more ambitious and stuff, but I thought, like, I liked the vibe
Well,
of
I
3.
mean,
It was kind of low
more
budget.
in line with the first one, but it
yeah,
was like a low budget first
3
one.
was way too
Yeah.
low
It
budget,
was-
though.
It was the
Oh, he
rehash.
did the Arrival, didn't he?
Yeah, he did the
I've been
Arrival.
I've been trying to watch recently. I've not managed to finish it, but
have you seen
I've
it
found it
before?
interesting though. I think once 1,000 years ago as a kid.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good solid sci-fi movie.
I
The,
think it's aged a bit.
Yeah. He did
Um,
he co-wrote Below as well, that submarine horror movie. You ever seen
Below.
that?
That was an older one. Yeah, I have not seen that.
That one's good. That one's really creepy. Definitely, if you're in the mood for a creepy
Oh
ghost
shit! He
movie.
did Waterworld.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's done a lot of like decent genre stuff.
Oh, I wasn't
Don't mind
Waterworld
me,
like one
Adam.
of the
I'm
biggest
just gonna
fucking
play
tanks?
pinball.
Oh, man.
I'd give it a go. I'll be honest, but he doesn't. He's not exactly the most.
Another finder?
Critically
Oh, there you
acclaimed.
go.
Schmidt says I feel like Pitch Black needs to go back to the bioreactors. Well, Pitch Black's not Pitch Black anymore, is it? It's Reddit. I actually quite like Romulus, I'll be honest. I know it was a completely different thing, but I was enjoyed
I
it.
saw they just announced a 4K release for it, so I'll be picking it up because I at least like the production design of that, seeing the different...
Yeah.
Like, they had...
I love all the necromancer
Yeah.
aesthetic.
You had, like, the new mecha environment, you had the prison planet, and then you had all the necromonger stuff. So they had so much variety in
I
terms of the
myself.
sci-fi environments in that.
No.
Getting your back.
Somebody asked earlier about
alien.
the Romulus score. M Projects, what did you guys think of Benjamin Wallfish's score? I thought it was great. It got creepy in the final act, reminding me of Jed Kirkle's track Never.
I liked it.
I thought it was
yeah.
great, yeah.
I think it. I heard a lot of beats from throughout the series in there. A lot of motifs from everywhere.
Yeah.
Gonna finish
yeah.
healing me, Laura, or what?
And I think
Guess
it
not.
worked.
That.
I think it worked well. I didn't feel like it was overly relying on like Goldsmith stuff or anything like that.
No.
And here's...
It had a great balance. The score of it had a lot of
Original impact.
tracks. Yeah, it had a lot of tracks from Aliens
Yeah.
as well. But some of its original pieces were great. There was a. We'll be talking later in this part of discussion, but there was one scene with Andy when things get serious that you hear the original score there and the way the whole shot is made plus the soundtrack. It's beautiful.
I downloaded it earlier. I haven't had a chance to really listen to it yet. That's when I can truly appreciate the soundtrack, when you can listen to it in isolation.
In Alien Isolation, even.
A lot of it was very ambient feeling, but the intense tracks I really liked. And I like how he incorporated some electronic elements. I know Alien has been mostly orchestral, but I do like it when it can kind of try some different sounds. Like Alien 3 tried that with a guitar a bit. And this one had some electronic beats and stuff, which I thought worked really well. Even in Alien Isolation, like the credit song is pure like electronic. And so I really dug him doing that in the soundtrack.
Yeah, same.
It was a perfect
I
choice.
forgot to spectate.
It was
Damn it.
really well done.
There's nothing to watch.
Says, did you all ever play the Riddick games on the 360?
Yes,
I-
they are some of my favorites.
I never got very far in it because I borrowed it from a friend and I never got back to revisit them.
I
I
think
keep meaning to buy everything, like all the new Blu-rays that have been coming out and stuff.
Did you ever get
Yeah.
Riddick on Steam, Aaron? I think it's been delisted. But yeah, both Butcher Bay and Dark Athena were fantastic. Some of the best movie tie-in games ever. I remember that came out in 2004, and
They were very well regarded as well, weren't they?
yeah, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick was the first time you had the AVP theatrical trailer. So I went, I was excited for that because I love Pitch Black and I love that game, but I went so I could see that AVP theatrical trailer for the first time. And I did. And I was very pumped.
Yeah. I only ever played the demo of Butcher Bay, but I remember them being really well received. at the time.
So, what do you think of this sort of criticism I've been seeing coming out about Romulus being a remake of Alien or the best of compilation? Sharik J here is saying it's a remake of Resurrection and somehow with a worse ending. I think that is completely overblown. Completely overblown. The film stands on its own leg. It might have a couple too many references, but like the entire setup, the narrative, it is completely original and new. Nothing about it screams remake outside of the few repeated beats.
To me, it's like they take all the elements we've seen in all the Alien films so far and the prequels and kind of jams them into one movie, and not in a bad way. Like I definitely get where that, if it's a complaint, would come from, because there's stuff in there that's like Alien, there's stuff from Aliens, there's even some Alien 3, and there's Resurrection, and then there's stuff from the prequels. So I think it's just like, all of that stuff in one movie. It's like a summation of the whole series to me
Radio picks.
in like one film.
Yeah, and the plot is basically a heist in space and the cast are completely differently set up than any of the other previous films. So the basic setup.
Well, even
It's
I mean,
different.
even the setup is kind of like Covenant,
Not
with
really.
like, well, I mean, with a
What?
new crew, kind
no,
of
well, no,
discovering
because
this location that's, hey, what's this? We've not seen this before, and they go there and they find this place abandoned and destroyed, and then they meet, such and such, and he's like, oh, hey, here's what happened here. Like, a lot of those beats are, the same in Covenant as they are in Romulus.
I
Like,
think
on a
it's more
large scale.
isolation, though, in that regard. It's, and I suppose you could
Oh,
say
yeah,
to some
yeah.
extent, aliens going to an abandoned place, but like that's an alien thing, as in that's
Yeah.
a franchise
Oh, yeah, I
setup
mean-
kind of thing. But like
I
the
don't
whole
mean it in a
kicking off
bad way
factor,
at all. Yeah. 'Cause
like,
I like
all the
that. I was
motivation
like,
around it feels to me like
oh, for crying out loud.
and I mean this as a compliment in the same way I said it of Dark Descent. It feels like a very well
Yeah.
knowledgeable fan has gone and written like a custom scenario for the RPG, taking
Yes,
lots of the
yes.
lore and thematic and
It absolutely felt like
atmospheric
that,
elements. It doesn't make it a fucking remake, and I certainly don't think the Offspring was a shitty addition.
No.
I genuinely think it's terrifying.
You thought it was
genuinely
pretty
terrifying.
fly for a white guy?
Yeah,
also
well,
hoping that
pretty
was-
horrifying for a white guy.
I'm hoping that has some stats in the second edition of the
Yeah,
RPG. I'm certain it will.
Fans are already
I'm
creating
gonna
their
say
own
thank you
fans.
there,
although
Rich Top,
it
as
is
well
it is
for
very
that.
divisive. It is very
Yeah,
divisive.
you're the only one that
divisive.
got that.
For
Yeah.
for what? I'm the only. I guess I didn't get it.
For that reference that you laughed at?
Which one?
Pretty fly for a white guy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was Weird Al, right? Right?
Oh my god.
Is that the
Never
Weird
mind.
Al version?
Maybe I rescind the thanks.
There is a Weird Al version of that song.
I'm
There's a
sure
Weird Al
there
version.
is. There's a Weird Al version of every song.
Oh, Sharik, if you're going to
Never
be a
mind.
dick about it, you can piss off. I'm not having anybody slagging off difference of opinions. Is he still on it?
I don't know. I'm being chased by an alien. I'm afraid I can't see anything at the moment. Sorry, whoever this is, run away.
Pretty fly for a rabbi is the parody.
Oh, that's
of-
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of.
Well, that has nothing
But
to
yes,
do with that.
I know that song, unless you were referring to something other.
No. Referring to the band that sang that song originally.
Was it Van? No.
Offspring.
Oh, the Offspring. Right. Oh,
Ah,
okay. Now I see.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
I did not get
Okay.
it. Okay. You
All right.
you thought
Oh
I
my
got it, but I
God.
didn't. I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Is
Ding,
the
ding.
Offspring, right?
We've-
Caleb,
we've
you're wasting all
fine.
these jumps.
The Offspring.
We've
Oh
totally
man.
over-explained that joke now.
There we go.
Oh, get pissed with you.
I had to be gritty because I will celebrate the AVP 20th a little bit. God damn it! I know everyone's excited for Romulus, but
Mm-hmm.
I still.
Oh, mate, you know what? I'm absolutely gutted how little shit people give over that script.
Yeah.
The fucking effort and money that we.
Now you get to spend all these hours on the second version.
And nobody seemed to really care.
Don't worry, Hicks. Those things get greater value as time passes when things are released.
Oh my god.
Whoever says that joke was 4D chess.
Exactly. Exactly.
Schwip says, Aaron, I love the script. Much appreciated.
I agree with you, Sharik J. Like I preferred Resurrection's design, but yeah,
Really?
let's just not rag on like differences of opinion. Some people like the thing in the new movie more, and that's fine. But I personally thought it was and maybe that's just because my feelings on Prometheus and
Oh yeah. I also when I saw how obviously it looked engineer, I was like, all right, well, Adam's gonna have problems with this.
Resurrection really grew on me through the years, and I have a lot of respect for Resurrection. I think it's a very fun movie. I don't think it's a bad Alien film. I think.
It's
Yeah,
sorry,
I
just
really
to
like
Gareth in the chat. Yeah, The Offspring is definitely more intended to be engineered. It's very specific and deliberate. Feddy's already said in interviews that the Resurrection thing was massively unintentional, and it was just a callback to the black goo aspect of everything in the lore at the minute. It looks so fucking creepy. Like it's the only thing in the franchise to really have affected my sleep in the last 20 years.
Caleb, please, when it gets out of digital, make memes for it. You know, that smile. Those eyes, that smile.
Oh,
It has
yeah.
some perfect scenes for that.
Yeah, fucking Blue's already taking piss out of me on the board for that.
But no spoilers though or anything.
No, none whatsoever.
What about
funny,
the,
man.
about you being creeped out by that?
No, I posted in one of the threads about the Offspring and how much I was fucking creeped out by it, and I would put like those eyes, that smile, and then I mentioned the breastfeeding, and she's took it all fucking out of context on purpose and put it in the quotes thread.
That's what the thread is for.
Fucking terrifying that thing is. I mean, the newborn looks intentionally pathetic, in that sort of emotional way, whereas the Offspring does not. Somebody says I deserve that ribbon, Hicks. Oh, Sarah, thank you for that.
Around.
Schwip says, poor guy just wanted love. The Offspring did not want love. The Offspring wanted some lovely, lovely milk.
He wanted his mama.
Well, I don't think he cared about Mama.
Ah.
That was the newborn. That was the newborn.
Been wanting its mum
Hang
for-
on a second. I've just got to get rid of this fucking dickhead.
Damn it. Looking at the chat.
Womp womp.
How do we actually ban on these fucking chats? Is it the timeout bit?
There is a way.
No. Just hiding a user didn't seem to work very well.
Oh, How am I this blind? What happened?
Blinded you
With a
with my
flashlight?
flashbang.
But aliens
Uh-huh.
don't have eyes.
Or do they?
Who says?
They don't.
They don't have eyes, but that doesn't mean they don't see.
That's true. I have always kind of
Bang.
been of the opinion that the vision we get from the alien in like Alien 3 and Covenant, like they are actually seeing their environment, just not with eyes.
Yeah. I mean, they have to get
Um,
around somehow, you know.
Thrashing Matt says, any good novel since Cold Forge? Into Charybdis, which is the follow-up to Cold
Charybdis.
Forge, is fucking fantastic, and as is Phalanx. Aliens Phalanx. That is also another top-notch novel. Those are the best ones.
The rest are more
Since Cold Forge.
divisive.
Gareth says, gentlemen, I'm off to bed to read Bishop. Cheers for the chat and the stream. Bishop's one I enjoyed. I don't think it was on the level of Cold Forge, but it was still a really good,
Yeah, it was
really
decent.
good novel.
Thank you for joining us.
Indeed, thank you. Have a good night.
99.
Schwip says, was it pheromones that you saw buying the Aliens game? Yes, it was. Although now I've seen your fucking slander and fucking heresy that you've now posted. After you can get fucked, Mr. Schwip. You seen that fucking slander that he's just posted?
I hear
the worst
Hicks
thing
loves
is that he's
calling
telling the
me
truth. Yep.
What did he
It's no
It's-
lie that he loves it.
Oh, you can get fucked as well.
Oh, damn.
He loves to hate it.
I don't love to. I don't like negative emotion.
Good.
Imagine somebody does a wrestling series film with Colony War stuff.
I swear to God, if I end up with a bunch of characters fucking singing the Trumpton theme tune in one of the future films.
Where you going, huh? Where you going?
After they complain about something in the water.
Yeah.
There we go.
Squip, yes, in the AVP games it was mentioned that mostly you see by using pheromones, though it was always very abstract in that sense because,
How can you see by pheromone?
yes, and because it
that's
was
pretty
literally like
good, right
X-ray through walls, like that's not how pheromones.
Well, that's
work,
only in 2010. It doesn't work like that in.
Oh yeah.
In
Yeah, so it's
AVP
yeah,
1
it's
or
more
2.
it's more realistic with the AVP 1 and 2 with it just like aura, which would be the smell thing, but we always presumed they had multiple senses.
Begsy says, "I hear he was a consultant on the story. I wish they would have spoke to me and Adam on fucking Cold Forge. Not Cold Forge, on
Colony War?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They probably specifically didn't, though, Aaron, because they were like, no, he's British. He's going to tear this one a new arse if we ask him to
new
say
arse.
what he doesn't like about this.
Wasn't
Any
the writer
arse.
British?
What was that?
I wish we had more
The
involvement
writer
with some of the other
British.
stuff. Fucking pulse blasts and battery packs and
Lasers.
Lasers.
Sharks with laser beams.
All right.
I'm still tickled by that fucking quote from one of the other shorts that I put in my review of that book. Hang on,
What
what
was
was
that?
it?
Let's do one more.
Hang on, I'll find it.
But
So-
let's
When I was criticizing Colony War, I included a quote from episode 32 from Aliens Bug Hunt. You know, the one where it's like the fictional documentary about the pulse rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And I included this quote in my review. The problem with calling the M41 that name, though, is always some dumb boot hears we get issued pulse rifles and gets all excited thinking it's going to be shooting laser beams or something. What do they think this is? Sci-fi.
That short was so good. It was so good,
so good.
and people don't read it enough, and we get confusing things like Colony War.
Let's do one more. Somebody else be Xeno or Caleb's Xeno. But before we do the match, let us finally access Mother, because we have still not done that.
Crawling Chaos says, I just thought it was a bit lame to give the Covenant people what looked like basic M16 light guns. Well, they were AUGs. They were AUGs, not M16s. But yes, it was shit. And I hate the lack of fucking prop building that went on there for those. It's one of the things I love about the F-44. They've actually fucking designed and hidden a gun. Oh god, what's that? What's he fucking on about now? What Schwip?
What?
Oh, get fucked with you. Get fucked with you. Can we not instead just talk about fucking female predators or something?
Yeah, let's ask Fide's take on predators, female predators. What anatomy should they have?
Crawling Chaos says, now
like,
that we've got Romulus, you all think they should do an ending to David's story? No, David can stay.
No.
Stay the
Yes,
fuck away. in
David
space.
should be the space jockey, and then you'll all hate the
No.
girls.
Yeah.
Adam, stop being a spiteful little wanker.
I have to go now. My planet needs me. No,
Yeah.
David died on the way back to Origai 6.
So how do we access Mother?
I don't know, did you write an article or create a video about the origins of the alien, what was planned, and how does that all stand up as of now? Because
Oh yeah, the David creation thing.
yeah, you created a video?
Yes, yeah, I did a video and an article on that whole controversy and elements of lore and stuff.
Yeah, because I need something as a quick reference to share, because people are constantly getting that wrong.
Well, people get wound up in their own opinions of the thing, rather than accepting that that's how the film presents it. I'm tapped out, whoever that motherfucker is.
Wait, I thought we were gonna find the Mother room real quick.
Alright. I will show Hicks mercy.
Alright, we gotta find the,
I'm trying to find the article for Adam. Not for Adam,
it's,
for Greg.
does anybody know how to find the Mother room? I know we have to find a key card from a spacesuit.
You have to find a keycard on the spacesuit, yeah. There's spacesuits around the map, mostly around the edges of the Nostromo wreckage, I think. And one of them will just have there'll be like a pop-up when you walk over it if it's got the keycard on
I
it.
have still not been able to do this, and I should have been able to do this by now.
Yes, something that Caustic Viper brought up that's interesting. What do you guys think about actually having a rat alien, a rat xeno mutation?
I didn't even think about that, but that was, yeah. We had our fair share of that in the AVP book.
Yeah, it's
Spicy
very
nuggets.
often now.
Just saying. Spicy nuggets.
It's all over the place. It's in multiple media now.
Or the,
It makes sense.
what's it called?
Rats are
The,
used for...
Happy Barras. Because we said don't do rats.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that fucking
What?
that short was. I let Adam tell you.
So that was when we were consulting on that AVP Ultimate Prey book, the worst short in the book, which was called "I'm on a Boat" until the name was changed to something else, right?
Oh, I know which one you mean.
Better Luck to Borrow, is that what it's called? No, that was a
Yeah,
different one.
Caleb, wait, we need to reenact Colony Walk. We've got to have some exposition in between.
Anyway, the whole thing was like a teenager field trip on this like boat,
With your pulse lasers.
Yeah, power slices.
and then yeah, there were a bunch of rat aliens that would combine into a single entity, which was the Rat King alien. And we were like, no, this is too ridiculous. You can't do this. Like, have it be like giant rodents at least, or something like nutria or capybaras or whatever. And so he was like, oh, it's an alien capybara called a happybara. And I was like, whatever, I don't care at this point.
It was, and to this day, whenever Adam and I say anything to do with a capybara, we tag each other in it or share it.
I get it. But you saved that because that would have been ridiculous. I mean, I remember the story was.
It was
you know,
already
there, but
stupid enough as it was.
I'm probably the only
yeah,
one to
but
get
it's not. Yeah, like the finished version. It's okay. It's a survivable. It's a survivable read. But if I saw fucking stuck together rat horde king,
Rat tail fucking aliens.
I'm probably the only one to get Metal Thrashing Matt's VHS reference.
What did he say?
There's an anthology horror series called VHS, and
Oh yeah, the bloody disgusting produced one.
I think so. At least one of the more recent ones, the VHS 94 was it, and then the opening short has this this rat creature, which is very cool. VHS 84, that's right. The original VHS I really liked, and 2 was okay. I never saw viral. I heard bad things. Ooh, sneaky.
Isn't that all the snuff stuff?
Not really. It's just a horror anthology series, and it's by a bunch of different directors. And
You know, isn't it like them sat down watching videotapes?
oh yeah. That's right. That's kind of like the hub for it.
Framing mechanism.
Yeah.
Adam's doing some alien isolation sneak in there.
That's not me. I'm dead.
Oh,
I was just
we
trying to
doing-
find.
No one went
I
and
thought
rescued
I thought we were doing the mother room thing, but Kaelin kept killing me. So
God,
I didn't keep killing you. It's just I found you and put you on a hook, and then no one went and rescued you.
Somebody mentioned was the rat aliens in
hasn't
Revival.
moved
I
the
don't
entire
remember
time.
that. Were there rat aliens in them?
I know there was rat
Well, I
aliens
know
in
what they mean.
something else in another book, right?
They probably mean.
Wasn't that in Colony War? Wasn't that another shit thing in Colony
I
War?
think so. Yeah. And we
they're
were-
probably meaning the little xeno weird creatures that go down your mouth. Is probably thinking that.
It was
that's
the-
Oh,
rat
they
alien.
yeah, weren't
was-
they like a little worm alien thing?
No, I swear there was another book that actually had specifically rat aliens, and we were
Yeah, it was
joking
Colony
about
War.
it. Yeah, because we were like, we told that one author not to do rat aliens, and here goes another author doing rat aliens. And if they see
Honest-
this, they're going to be pissed.
Honest to God, I have no idea how that fucking book got made or made it past the franchise people. I genuinely do not know.
That just made me think
they,
they don't care about AVP as much because they're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and they had one at the end of Species, didn't they? How that movie ends.
Metal Thrash says DNA one. That one had the flying face huggers? If I
Yeah,
remember
flying squirrel facehuggers. I thought those were actually cool, so I didn't mind it.
I've not reread that, but yeah, but you also said fucking Forever Midnight wasn't that bad.
Well, in my defense, I read it again, and I was like, yeah, it was. I
When
still.
was the last time you read DNA War?
It's been a while. That one we should probably do a review on. I haven't read that since like my early 20s.
Yeah, I've not read that in a long time.
There's some I've never read. Like I've never read Criminal Enterprise.
That was the best one.
I've never read No Exit.
That was nearly the best one, but that went completely off the fucking rails. That was nearly really good. Sarah says they were in Infiltrator, I think. I didn't think they did anything with the rats in Infiltrator, did they?
Oh, they did. They.
Oh,
ate
that's
one of the
right.
guys that was hiding.
Or were they black goo rats?
Yeah,
They were black.
but they were black goo rats in the AVP story too. And that was another thing. We had to keep steering them away from the black goo because I was like, no, like we were specifically told this is in line with the AVP movie universe, which the black goo is not a thing in. So
P.S. Nick asks. Who's Nick asks?
We're just ignoring it as a troll. we know he's fucking playing for reactions. I know Nick.
well, he's got a point. Where's the art book for Romulus? That's true. And
Oh, was that what he was asking? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll allow that one.
Perfect
We'll allow
Organism
that.
put a petition out, so if you'd like to see that, some of the
Wow.
concept artists have also promoted the petition. So
Oh, nice.
As
Chris,
someone,
that was hilarious.
I heard you. Where are you?
can you legit not find him? You like walked past him twice.
Oh, there he is. Blending in with the surroundings.
Metal Thrash says, has Fede mentioned Berserker at all for inspiration for the swarm of facehuggers? No, he hasn't. That's another one I'm going to add to the question, actually.
Yes,
Berserk and Friends.
Dark Descent was too late for that sort of thing, wasn't it, to be any kind of inspiration? Even though there was a scene, at the beginning on the station that's just like that, all the facehuggers bursting out of the wall.
Oh man, in the Nostromo, Caleb, you walked past me like 3 times.
Oh man.
Metal
I heard you
Thrashing-
nearby, and I was like, where were you?
Metal Thrashing Matt says, no exit was 90% awesome. It was very nearly a fantastic book. Very nearly. But like the last third of it just completely fucking ruins it. They're portraying like foreign people as mentally challenged. And goes around beating up a fucking alien with his bare fists and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh god.
Should we try and do this mother room?
Inspired.
That's what I wanted to do.
Intentionally. Just do the mother room. See if we can do it.
All right.
Anytime
Just
I
has to
for the
come out of
TR
the map and
Napper
then move,
interview
though.
coming out, asking for a friend. No timeline at the minute, Sarah. I am currently. I'd started working on the Utopia interview, but we're gonna have the Romulus interview review take precedence first.
Do you know where
Casper
the
says,
things
"Can you-"
are, Caleb?
I think they're random every time, but they're kind of around the outside of the Nostromo wreckage, I think.
I was just wondering if I should have been there. Killer, if you knew where they were.
No, I'd say they change every time you go in, I think. I know the room is, but that's the easy part.
I guess Fortnite just dropped the alien stuff in their shop again.
Oh,
Gotta drive around my cyber
delete that
truck
off my
just
hard
to
drive as
zoom.
well, because unfortunately Mike is ill and hasn't been playing it. Well, not that he hasn't been playing it as much recently because he's gotten ill, but I haven't played as much with Mike again recently and needed the hard drive space.
Squip asks, have any of you guys ever tried or thought of pitching an alien novel to Titan?
They don't really take solicitations from fans.
Yeah.
And we're not writers. As much as I'd like to be. I still can't finish my own fucking scenarios for an RPG.
Yeah.
I will do. I will do one day. I'm fucking determined to get my idea down. So what we're doing, sorry, what we're looking
We're
for.
finding
into
a way to get in the
Nostromo.
mother room. So
we used-
look around the map for dead astronaut spacesuits on the ground, and
Okay.
one of them should have a key card.
There was one near the Narcissus, if I remember rightly. Schwip says, you guys aren't fans, you're subject matter experts. I mean, I don't disagree with you. But
I mean,
Why not both?
I mean, even consulting on a couple books was honestly such a cool experience for me. A little surprisingly frustrating at times, but still a really cool experience. And we may have that opportunity again. It's looking like so.
Oh.
fingers crossed.
Casper asks, can you guys get your hands on a translated novelization of Prometheus? There's a Japanese
Oh,
one.
yeah.
There is
In
one.
online.
Oh, there's a cleanse totem. What's this?
Oh, that's
Oh,
just
that's,
a random totem. That's like
Yeah,
so
that's-
for some killer perks, they'll like you'll see a lit.
It'll be lit up.
Yeah, you can explain this better than me, Caleb.
Oh, it's just
If it
there's-
doesn't relate to what we're doing.
It doesn't. No.
No, there's 5 totems on the map. They're always like that, and they're random. They're in random spots, and some killer and survivor perks light the totems
Oh,
up
yeah.
when
See,
they're
here's a
brought
lit
in,
totem.
and so destroying them gets rid of those perks.
Sorry, what was I saying? Oh, the novelization. Yeah, if I remember rightly, Clara
It's 2 lit
funded
totems.
one a good few years ago. I think I have a
she
copy.
didn't get. I think she didn't get to finish it. Did she?
I believe they did. I'm sure I've got a copy downloaded somewhere.
Where?
Right, nothing on the body at the Narcissus.
Yeah.
I don't know where any of the other ones are.
I couldn't find any at the. Couldn't find any around the Nostromo wreckage.
Where are the other bodies
Anybody
supposed
know
to
how
be?
to do this? I
They're
think
just
they're kind of-
randomly.
yeah.
If they're not around the if they're not around the Nostromo, they'll be kind of just around the map.
Oh. Metal Fashion says, "Can you provide your comic recommendations once more? I need to write them down for reference." The only one I remember is Defiance Part 1. So Defiance
Thicker
Part
than
1,
blood.
AVP, Thicker Than Blood.
Dead Orbit.
Aliens, Dead Orbit. Aliens, Dust to Dust.
What else was good?
Alien, Thor, Descendant.
Here's one. Yeah, no key card.
I don't think there was any others that were.
I've never once found this key
That's
card.
about it.
No, me either.
And here's another one
That's about
here.
it from the comics.
No key card. Is it like random if a key card even appears?
Yeah, I don't know. I was under the impression that it was always on the map somewhere, but maybe it's not.
Not down here, I assume.
I'd have
Some
to
of
find
the-
it, Casper. I'm sure I've got. Oh, there's one in here as well. Oh, no.
Someone says on Kane's body. I don't think so. I don't think we
think
can go
on-
into the med lab.
No.
You can.
Some of-
Oh.
Some of them are laid like on top of these rocks. Some of the suits I think I've seen sometimes.
Yeah, check those and just see if you have like a context button around that.
Because I'm just an alien, so
Matt.
I can't pick them up anyway.
You
Matt,
might
if
want to
you
hunt down the AI though.
I'm just
Matt.
yeah.
I got
Which
it.
one is
Matt, if you want
Ash.
Predator recommendations as well, Predator Hunters.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's a good one.
Oh, there's one.
I'd
up
say all
there.
3 volumes.
So key card
Is there meant to
back.
be a Romulus comic?
There's a Romulus prequel comic coming.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to get that one, even though I don't particularly like comic stuff. But
There'll be interesting things in there.
There's another one.
that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it just gives a little bit more backstory, like the isolation one did.
No key card. back.
was. I thought it was rubbish. I didn't
It
think
gave a little
I-
bit of background though as to how Waits handled the situation and stuff, which I quite liked.
The isolation one was nice. It sets up a good atmosphere of dread.
I never liked it
Oh, yeah.
because I never understood what the fuck was
Here's
going on.
I found one of the outfits, but I can't do anything by
Okay,
it. It's
I'm
near the
coming.
Nostromo wreckage.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to this one.
Ooh, hang on.
It's up here,
up
look.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not seeing a key card by it. Is any other DBD players in the chat? Anyone else done this?
You've checked the one in the Narcissus, yeah?
Yeah.
And the one outside. Matt says, I quite like the Rage War trilogy. That one surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we reviewed that again, the start of the year?
Yeah.
On the
Or
podcast?
late last year, somewhere around there.
And aside
Also
from
like
some terminology stuff in it, it pisses me off that the humans referred to the predators as Yautja with no context for it. But other than that, that was very solid. I liked him, Levin. Like, Out of the Shadows was far better than it had any right to be, given the
I
premise.
found another one on top of some rocks near the Nostromo.
Okay, I'll head over to you.
Tim Levin wrote some pretty nice alien AVP novels and red shorts, and I like the writing style. It's
Yeah.
honestly, I found it better than some of the recent things. So I would never be opposed to having Tim Levin back.
Him back now. Well, I mean, we said the same on the review. We're like, let's have him back. Schwip says AVP Eternal is one of my favourites. I think it's most likely because it was my first AVP comic. Yeah, I really like Eternal.
That's
I have
one of
a
my favourites, too.
Huge soft spot for that.
It's really good.
The interior artist, Alex Malev, came back to do one of the variant covers for was
Where
it
you at?
Descendant
Where
or
you at?
Thor? It
Oh, okay.
came back and did some
Left
variant
by
covers for the
Chevy,
thing.
near the med lab.
Okay, where are they?
Just here.
Nick says, when are we interviewing him?
Doesn't seem like Chevy could find one.
No, I couldn't find one of those.
Hmm.
I need to actually look this up again, I guess.
Let me get this AI. See you, AI.
Keycard Easter egg. Okay, let's see. Around the crashed spaceship, you will find a unique body with a keycard. Can spawn in multiple locations.
I had a character called Alvarez on the RPG for something. I can't remember what that was for.
That's cool. It looks like the Dallas keycard that he actually puts in
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Maybe it was for Chevy's campaign?
So I'm just looking through my PDFs looking for this Prometheus trailer. I have that little snippet of the Alien Romulus script that we've had for years.
Okay.
I say years. It's been a while.
Maybe we just restart.
It
I
has
think
been
it's
years.
supposed to be the yellow astronaut body.
Yellow one.
Oh, I found the
yellow.
yellow one. Right
Oh.
where I've just hooked someone.
Where did
We're
you? Oh,
coming.
right.
He's up on the rocks again. It's a yellow body. What a coinky dink.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I might just have to restart this. Maybe it is random if it even spawns at all.
Maybe
Yes,
they
I
don't
know
show
this
up
is.
on every round at all.
Yes, I know this is probably petty of me, but
Yeah.
does anybody else kind of
No.
feel glad that the Borderlands movie ain't doing so?
Yes, yes.
Good timing with
Don't
that.
know what you mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Quick says-
karmic
Why would you
justice.
think that?
Alien getting its
Well,
revenge.
Consider filming a campaign of the Alien RPG. We have done a couple. We did the Colony War one, didn't we? And then we did
Yeah.
Chris's custom one.
Let's leave the match
yeah,
and try restarting.
those are
I think
cinematics.
I think we started filming Destroyer, but then stopped.
Wasn't that when we were testing it out, though?
Yeah, it might have been, yeah.
I really do want to get back on.
Back out. Back out,
Uh,
everybody.
I fully
Yeah,
intend to, after running a few
Oh.
cinematics,
Oh,
to
guys.
try out a longer campaign with you guys.
You need to crouch over the bodies for the prompt to appear.
Oh, so it
Oh,
can't
come
be
on.
one that's up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the thing.
Yeah, I'll be able to do some more RPG. We also need to have a discussion about this Foundry stuff at some point,
Yes.
how we're going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get it that sooner or later.
What are y'all
So
picks?
we can change it to the public account later if it's supposed to. But I'm gonna be running that thing for you.
I can wait. Need to do more of the. One of us just needs to get proficient with Foundry and just crack on with it.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll be on it then.
Yeah, I know nothing about Foundry. So Roll20 is the only online RPG thing I've ever used.
Sarah's commenting in the chat, by the way. With stuff about the.
Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Oh,
I
looks
really
like we
want to play
got-
some more Alien RPG, I must admit.
Mhm. Looks like we've got a new Patreon as well joined us today while we've been on the stream.
Oh, lovely.
Who is it? Who is it? Gotta give him a shout out.
Andy G.
Well, thank you, NDG.
Andy Royd.
No, he's an ND unit, remember?
Yeah,
That was so cute, actually.
Yeah, I liked that. ND255.
Oh, I've got it. I've got
Oh,
it.
you got it? Nice. Nice, nice,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Where are you?
So
Where are
do we
you?
need to go? Is it the Narcissus we go?
It's over here.
Yeah, we
no,
head
it's in
we
the
head
ship.
to the control room, where the alien is.
Okay, so it's
Ew.
right here. You input it
There it is.
right here on the panel. And let me get the code for you.
Where do you get the code?
I think it's just like the typical video game code, which is...
7.
No, it should be left, down... Let's see. 1 second.
What?
Left, down, up, right. Try left, down, up, right.
So that was WASD keys, by the way.
There we go.
Yay!
Hey, that's cool. It's got the actual sound effects.
I can't hear it because you're here.
Oh yeah. Now you're all stuck in here
Oh,
with
we
me.
did it! What does it say here? Oh, it's the
More use
interface
of
ready
video
for
with us.
inquiry. Request clarification on special order. Or inability
That's
to
quite
neutralize alien.
And then it's got-
Nick, I do believe it is. Is it Kaylee Spaney's voice?
Yeah, it is. They got her back for it.
Yeah. Well, folks, I think that's a good place to end it. But thank you again. Unless we just want to finish this game real quick.
Nah, it's fine.
All right. But yes, thank you so much for joining us. Hope y'all enjoyed Alien Romulus. Hope y'all enjoy more screenings because I know we'll be going to them.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch it. I really want to see it again. 4th time, right? You know, that's not excessive, right? That's normal, yeah.
We're also on all the major socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Big thank you again to our Patreon supporters. All that jazz. We'll be back next week streaming probably a different game. So we'll see you all then. Till next time.
We need to also a community game night. We haven't done that in a
Yo,
while.
yeah, we need to find a Saturday to do that.
Yep.
Do what? Oh, community.
Yeah.
Yep. Go see it next weekend to boost those numbers. That's right, Sizzy.
Shall I read before we go? Shall I read a bit of this old Romulus script?
Yes. Ooh. Ooh.
An exclusive look.
Okay.
Can't let
So
the crow beat it. I mean, come on, guys.
So this is from the first bits aboard the station. Bright sparks from the asteroid as a saw cuts through it. We see sparks reflected in the suit's mask as they wait expectantly. One large half of the asteroid falls to the floor. The group finally lays their eyes on what's inside. Male voice calm. Update mother's log and take it to Remus. The real work starts today. Jump 2. The group vacates the docking bay, pushing the large asteroid containing their precious cargo. But we stay in the empty room. The camera slowly tilts down to the other half of the asteroid. In its inner face we discern the negative imprint of what it's been carrying inside. A skeletal human offspring with an elongated cylindrical head, killed in a fetal position, wrapped in its bony tail. This is the xenomorph creature.
Wait, we got the script?
put-
How'd you get the script, Aaron?
Mate, we've had this for ages.
I know.
This-
I'm being silly, Doc.
Okay. Fate title, Alien, and I believe this was when it was called Romulus. Not Romulus, Renaissance.
Oh.
Industry
go.
source.
There you go. That's it.
Love that.
All right, everybody. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your fine Sunday. Till next time.
In a bit.
Bye.
Good night.